Engage.
Engage.
All
Make it
right.
so.
Make it so.
Make it
All right,
so.
we are live. So this is Richonne Fans Discuss, episode 13, season 10, What We Become. It's finally happened. And I'm sad and I'm happy. And I'm all kinds of mess. So Michonne is done. And it doesn't seem possible, even though we haven't seen her in like forever. It's still. I was watching it. And I just watched it like a couple hours ago because I've been working and stuff like that and busy, and I kind of wanted to be fresh for it. And you guys said you didn't cry.
I almost cried. If almost counts.
Almost counts.
I was a mess.
Were you really?
Yeah, I'm emotional anyway. But Glenn came on screen and I lost it. I'm like,
oh my goodness, Glenn!
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for that. I didn't really.
Yeah.
Andrea came on and I was like,
okay.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
exactly.
I had read the spoilers. I always read the spoilers, so I knew that was going to happen. But holy shit, that was brutal. To listen to her being eaten alive, to see her afterwards, like, because they don't usually show us. If we see somebody who's been eaten by walkers, we usually see them way down the line. We either see it happening while it's happening, or we see it later. We don't usually see it like the remains.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like yes.
Dez is waiting on the link.
Oh, she is. Okay. I sent it to her and through Tumblr.
Let me tell her that.
She said I didn't send it. Okay, you know what? Because I didn't send it because I'm dumb. Okay, now I sent it.
You're preoccupied is the word, ma'am. Calm down.
Sure, that sounds nicer. Let's go with that.
Plus your emo, plus your girl is roaming free in the wind now. So, you get allowances for that.
I just watched it. I'm not recovered yet. So I like
the last scene, like before. I'm trying to remember what made me get there, and I cannot. It wasn't the radio. It was something that it was a phrase that was said that when they said it, I truly felt it. But okay, well, I don't want to start crying anyway, so I'm not gonna think about it too hard. But it was one moment that was, maybe a little tender. Maybe
this is a safe place for it. You can do it. I can't. No judgment for me. Like I see somebody in a grocery store and they're crying, and I'll start tearing up. I don't even know them. I don't know why they're upset. Exactly. I hate that about myself.
I know. I used to be much harder than I am. I've gotten softer as I've gotten older. Because I used to just look at people and I'm like, "What's wrong? You okay?
Oh.
Everybody's not tough like Zanette. She'll punch you in the eye. She doesn't care. Chop you in the throat.
Yeah, and I think maybe I used to be a little more tender, but I guess I've I don't know, man. I don't know what's happened to me.
You got toughened up.
I got toughened up. I got tired of people walking on me and taking advantage, so I got tougher. Yeah. Oh man. Wow. Yeah, Michonne. I don't want to jump to my quarrels with the episode. But
you do have some.
Of course I've got some.
I definitely have
so many. They waste our time like time is not priceless or something. Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
What's one of the things you didn't like?
Well, I guess I felt like that whole episode was so contrived. It was just a way for them to write her out. And it just it sort of didn't seem to work for me in so many different ways. But the Virgil guy.
Oh my God. He's like Morgan on
Do you guys want to hear the first sound drop I recorded for this? Hold on.
Don't get me in trouble now.
You want to hear the first sound drop?
Sure.
Okay, hold on. Speaking of Virgil, hold on. Here's the first one I recorded.
Could have done them 5 hours ago. How did I do that?
Okay.
So that means
I untie you when I want to untie you, sir. I got this.
Okay.
And as he proved, he's not really trustworthy.
No.
Exactly. Her instincts were spot on.
That's one of my issues. Is I don't think Michonne was out of character at all, but I feel like she seemed like her BS detector was malfunctioning. The times that she turned her back on this guy, and I'm just like, honey, no. I mean, granted, I knew it was crazy because I read the spoilers, but I don't see her, like when they went into that pole barn or whatever it was in that itty tiny space, like almost no space. She doesn't know what she's walking into. He's directly behind her. I'm just like, this is a super not safe way to go. Make him go first, have the sword at his back.
Yes.
And I just think she was in such a vulnerable place that she didn't need to be in. But then he knocks all that shit over. I don't know if he did that on purpose.
I don't know either. That was so crazy.
But the fact that she's walking into this constricted space in the dark and she can hear the walkers.
Yeah.
And this guy is obviously unhinged. Like you could see him. He's getting all twitchy. He wasn't right. You can just look at something. He's like, the cornbread's not done in the middle. Something's off with this.
Right.
But that just didn't bode true for me for Michonne. I mean, granted, she wanted the weapons, but the whole going with this guy and on her all by herself, it still doesn't seem quite right.
Yeah. So, really super contrived, really made up, and okay, we're just gonna craft this whole little arc here so we can take you off the show, and it just was real weird. It was just weird. It was weird.
Yeah.
And like her behaviors were not the way we've known Michonne to be,
Yeah.
It just
it just didn't make a lot of sense. And real quick, if I can say, my main issue with this episode, and I get why they did it. I understand that the whole purpose behind it was to show like what we become, choices, actions have consequences, choices have consequences. This is what could have happened. Yeah. But it felt like it was torture porn. Let's see Michonne get beat up. Let's see Michonne get stabbed. Let's see Rick shoot her in the face. Let's see her stand desperately begging for help on the side of the road. Like, I get it, but it was hard to watch, and I think it was unnecessary. I don't think they would have done that to Rosita. I don't think they would have done it to Maggie.
Or anyone else.
They do that crap. They've been doing that crap to her for years. She was always getting manhandled by people, getting not slapped or punched. And I always, it just feels like they're a lot rougher with her, and I don't understand it, or maybe I do. I don't know. But I didn't like that, and I didn't want her last episode, and she's drugged and not tied up, but put into a cell, and she has to watch hallucinations of her family turning on her, and she's crying and she's alone, and I'm just like, would you leave her alone, man?
Yeah.
It's gross to me. Because I know they wouldn't do that to anybody else.
Yeah.
I just hate the fact that they thought what was befitting to a contribution to the show was 35 minutes of a fever dream and then a little bit of a crumb that Rick is out there.
Yeah.
Like, I had so many it's definitely been bittersweet. It always has been, but this just exemplifies my concerns with it, because it's like, I wouldn't go as far as say torture porn, but I definitely get where you're going with it, because the whole alternative outcomes, like why?
Mhm.
Like why? Now, when you were talking about Andrea last week and this week, I can definitely see why she was maybe added, because she was the connection to Team Family and all of that.
Ashley,
But after
sorry,
that,
I want to say hi to Ashley because she's here.
hey Ashley.
Hi.
Howdy.
But other than that, why do we have to go to this alternative universe? Like, why? It was no reason for it.
I feel like they could have done it without it being so brutal to her. That it was just really hard. Those parts were hard to watch. I knew that was going to happen.
They were very hard to watch.
And I'm protective of her. I know we all are. And I just feel like they're just way rougher with her than they are with other people, other women.
And like, what were they trying to say under? Because I mean, like Virgil asked her at one point, when after he had drugged her, and he was like, "What did you see?" Yeah, I guess in your dreams or in your hallucinations, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he was conveying that he saw all the good and beautiful and everything that he wanted to see, his family and this and that and the other, all his happy days and so forth. Mm-hmm. But for her, it was all torture. It was horrible, awful stuff. It was Sadiq blaming her. It was terrible. It was hell. All she saw was hell. So, I mean, she made these good, or how we say it, maybe we're not supposed to judge. We're not, because that's how she put it on Talking Dead. We're not really going to judge like her choices. She made different choices. Mm-hmm. And her choices were to choose to help Andrea and choose to connect with Rick and choose to be part of the community. I'm going to use the word, she made good choices. Yeah. But what she got from making good choices was when she was in a hallucination, she saw hell and torture. What was that about?
Yeah.
Hi. So it was about shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna be the dissenting voice because I liked it. Like, it's not reality. It was an alternate universe that could have been, and that she made better choices than it wasn't. So I was like, okay, cool. We get to see my act. It was fine to me. I just didn't like the execution, which was weird. But
that was super weird when it got like the all pink on the floor. I'm like, what are we doing?
But I'm talking about like the way they added her to scenes that were already shot, like, which was very obvious. I'm like, y'all can do better than like, you don't have unseen footage lying around. I don't understand why it has to be scenes we've already seen. It just like it's awkward.
The way the worst one, real quick, is when is at the thing with Negan, the circle, and the lineup, and she's talking to Rick, and it's so obvious. It's like deer obvious.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, we've seen that scene so many times. It's like ingrained in us that this is exactly what it was in 16, whatever. So just to have her put in, it was just really awkward. And then face to face with Rick, I was like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, because she like the lighting was different. Rick's was like softer, hers was sharp. It just didn't. It was bad.
I mean, I'm like, I said it on Tumblr, like, I'm glad they didn't have Andy come back in some ugly wig and redo the scene. But that didn't work either. It's like, we should have done something else.
Yeah.
Because it was off-putting. But I like the concept.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
I can understand that. Like I said, I know what they were getting at. I just hated seeing her go through so much.
It wasn't real.
I know, but it still bothered me.
I just didn't like when Daryl kicked her or whatever.
Yeah, when he
why y'all so rough?
I know, like that's the thing. It's like the hitting her.
No, they double teamed her. That was disrespectful. Unacceptable.
And then he knocked her over, and then Rick like stepped on her arm, and I'm just like, we get it. Like, damn, y'all weren't this harsh with like Some of the same.
Not anyone else.
Yeah. So
I just wish they would have spent more time. Des says she's here, but she can't. We can't hear her. I believe she just said.
Huh.
But my thing is this here. My main concern is I get that they couldn't give a lot of clues, but I wish the focus would have been on that more than the alternative, because we know that's not what happened.
No.
And she's not a bad guy. And I don't need y'all to be kicking and punching her and shooting at her. Like, come on. We have something better to do than that. More to see or breadcrumb than that. So that's my main concern. Like, it was all a distraction in my opinion. Like, tell us what you need to tell us about these maybe movies, but rewatching the scenes of her being a bad guy, I didn't really like that as much, you know?
I thought it was better than watching Rick talk to himself for an hour. So,
yeah.
I don't know what you're supposed to do when the character is leaving. Like, you give them a tribute and let's move on. But I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Rick,
Wow.
I love Rick Grimes with all my heart, but sometimes some of his speeches were like that one with the rock in the road. He's like, my mom used to tell me the story about the rock in the road. I can't watch it. It's weird. And I'm like, Rick, this is going on too long. Wrap it up, babe. Can't watch it. God, I miss him. I miss him so much. And I was telling the ladies that, like, I'm like, okay, I can get through this, and then they showed Glenn, and there come the waterworks. I'm like, oh my boy.
I got really excited until, of course, I realized I've seen that scene already.
I recognized what it was. Just seeing him again, seeing him on the show, seeing Carl. It's just like my friends, man. I miss my friends. Seeing Andrea, like I said.
I like seeing her as a dead walker or whatever.
That was so freaking. That was brutal.
That was funny. I was like, this is how I always wanted to see her.
I'm hearing her scream, no, and I'm just like, oh, like I didn't like her.
I would have been like, that's what Michonne should have done, but then she wouldn't have met Rick. So,
let me ask you guys this: Is the scene where Michonne has the two Walker bodyguards and Andrea, was that the exact scene from the original? Or was that different?
That wasn't Denai in the original.
Yeah, it was
I think so.
She was like in darkness, you couldn't see her.
So it's good that she got to actually play that scene.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi, Des. Okay, we can hear you now.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Oh my God, you heard that?
I heard. We can hear you now.
Yep. Oh my God. Okay, good.
Yeah. One thing I wanted to say about that scene is seeing Michonne in that outfit with the purple tank top and the vest.
Yep.
I'm just like,
that's the vest. I missed the vest.
I missed that vest.
I'm so glad they brought that back.
I even paused it to make sure. I'm like, is that the same vest? I'm like, it's close enough, because I always like the little blocks of color on it, and I'm just like, that was cool. That was cool to see.
I think it definitely was the same one, because I saw behind the scenes Denai say that she's glad that she could still fit into it. So I was like, yeah,
girl. You have gained a pound since then.
Like, you don't got a body of a goddess or something.
Just want to look at her like,
right. Someone in the chat mentioned, Tiana mentioned that last season, episode 12 showed Michonne being brutalized while 8 months pregnant. So I forgot about that too. So yeah,
I'm gonna block that out.
Yeah, I hate that episode.
Yeah, I think you're right. I remember that.
You know what?
I think that's why this episode was like a relief, because it was nothing like that. Like,
that's
true. She got hit, but
she got branded. She was pregnant when she got branded.
I will never forgive Angela for writing that.
Fuck, now I'm mad all over again. Damn, I'm mad about that. But comparing.
That episode doesn't exist for me. I don't know why it happened. Like, it was completely unnecessary.
Well, they're like, they want a Michonne bottle episode. Here you go. Let's beat her up. It's like,
not this.
Could you have a bottle episode where she does get brutalized?
They literally stabbed her while pregnant.
Yeah,
Angela
I just hate when she is like fighting somewhere, she is getting on the other end, like she's getting hit or beaten up, it's always like super brutal for her. Like it can't just be like a regular fight. It's always got to be like extra.
And they never do that to the other women.
No, mouth and just beat her down.
Right.
Yeah. No.
I'm not with that.
Well,
okay, I have two more comments to read.
As you know, the masculinization of the Black woman. So,
Yep.
Is ever true. Yeah.
That's absolutely it.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's still like so okay. It's so okay. Even in like, this show that we love.
Right.
Or love.
I wouldn't say I love this show, but
I was just gonna say,
she used to love her.
yes, used to love.
So I love Michonne with all my heart, but man, I'm so glad that that this is done. I'm tired of thinking about it. I'm glad it's done. I'm glad that she is free. We're free if we choose to, and that she's gonna just take over the freaking world, man, because she can do anything.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Lined up are going to be amazing, and she's going to have control. So you're going to see a Black woman treated the way they're supposed to be, because there's no way she would let that happen.
Well, I'm very happy for her, of course, but this episode solidified like how much I like to see her act, and I don't know if we're going to see that again.
That's true.
That's true. She is truly an amazing actor. She is really, really good. I mean, there's so much nuance to everything that she does. It's just amazing. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's really
she's amazing. And
I'm happy that she also gets to explore, writing more, because she kind of said that was one of her passions for years now. She's been wanting to do that, so I'm happy she got to do that.
Oh yeah,
She got a deal with ABC to produce more shows for them and write more shows for them.
I heard that too.
I'm happy for it, but I'm also at peace with knowing that we will see her again, and the next time we see her, she's gonna be like with Rick and stuff. So I want that closure, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is one comment. One So True said it was great to see Glenn, and then Cage E said seeing all our favorites made me realize The Walking Dead ended with this episode.
For us, for a lot of us.
Wow.
I mean,
oh my gosh, what a statement.
I mean, it's not a lie.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sure the producers are hoping that that's not the case. Oh my gosh.
But you know what?
Well, it is for me. I don't know what they thought.
Didn't they say Michonne's episode was the highest rated since the season premiere?
Oh,
I know that.
I didn't hear that.
Just
that.
Oh,
I mean, it also helps everybody sitting at home.
That's true.
True.
I wish
you're right. We're all sequestered. We're all quarantined, right? So yeah.
And The Walking Dead feels pregnant right now.
Yeah, I work in a hospital, so unfortunately.
I mean, no, I'm not at home, but I'm saying.
And I know you're.
More the viewers have more of the time to fit in this. Yeah, so that's a good point. So I mean, it worked out. I'm okay as long as I get.
I'm glad it worked out for Denai. She deserves that.
Yeah.
I'm
really glad. I'm really glad that Virgil didn't get on the boat. I'm like, leave your crazy ass on the island. Go give your wife
flowers every day.
And I'm so tired of the Black woman being Harriet Tubman. You ain't gotta set nobody damn free. They didn't even tell you about the damn apple. They didn't tell you about the apple. So why you set them free?
Yup.
It's their fault we had the fever dream. It's their fault we had the alternative universe. Leave them in that cage.
Yes,
I'm sorry,
you're right.
But I'm just saying.
No, I like that. Son, I love your passion.
The fact that he lied to her.
We always gotta save somebody, and here we go.
Yep.
They could even say hi to you when you first got in the cage. They couldn't even say hi to you.
Oh yeah.
And then when they do say hi to you, they don't tell you don't eat the apple.
I know. Or
they
no, it wasn't the apple. Don't drink the tea. Don't drink the tea.
Whatever it was, they didn't say nary a word, and
That's true.
Highly disappointed in that.
They actually encouraged her to. Like, you can't kill him if you don't have your strength. I'm like,
girl, I know, huh? Yeah. Now that you say that, you're right.
They had to have known that he would have drugged stuff.
See, Let me
get
tell you,
that doesn't make sense if they were trying
ain't no
to get out.
Harriet, ain't no Harriet's in this Walking Dead, okay?
No.
You should have left him in that cage.
The fact that
But she got rewarded for doing the right thing, so I think we should just be happy that she did it.
Yeah, that's supposed to be the
Like
point.
if she hadn't done it, then she wouldn't have found the boots. So
true.
Yeah.
In the long run, it all worked out.
I was about to say that.
Ash, you have a point, but whatever, okay?
Yeah, like, I think it was also supposed to show that it would have been weird for her to have all those hallucinations of how the her not saving Andrea and showing how bad of the path that she went through, just for her to make the same decision and do stuff like, everything led to it. It was a chain of events. Even Virgil, if he never lied to her, she would have never went to that thing and she would have never known Rick was alive. So it's like, it's weird. It's just like it happens for a reason.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like the universe rewarded her for making those choices to save people.
Ashley.
The nerve of this dude. The nerve of this jackass, though, be like, I brought you here because I knew you could kill the bad guy, kill the dead people. It's like,
exactly. I got a sound drop.
Okay.
I got a sound drop. You ready? Yep. Okay. Hold on. Let me find it. Because I recorded that because I was like, what the heck is going on right here? Hold on. Let me find it.
Okay.
Got audio now.
That was it. Exactly. She said, stop the bullshit. Where's your family? See, that's the tone I need. Let's be about the business and let's move forward.
Yeah.
I like that he's sitting there and he's like stalling and stalling. She's like, dude.
She's looking at him.
Family. Hold on, I got a family.
Yeah, she's looking at him and going, you know what? This is getting more and more off by the second.
And you could see her because while he's talking, she's like, oh my God. And she doesn't even hide. She's just like.
Because he was obviously avoiding it. Like he kept interrupting her every time she talked. He was making every excuse in the book to not have her leave. At first, I did think when he had asked her when he had said that it's been a while since, and I was like, are you trying to get with her or something? I thought it was true. Yeah, like I was like, what did I do?
I was like, where is this going, dude?
He wanted to love her.
Yeah.
And then how dare he get mad at her because she can't sleep and start wondering, oh, you messed it up. You messed it up. I told you to wait till the morning. I was like, this.
Okay. So if she had waited till the morning, what do you think would have happened? The same thing?
Well, his point of view was that he was going to show her that those people were there and that he wanted to let them out and that she would be on his side so that they wouldn't kill him. That's how he thought.
Yeah, you know what? He wanted her to let him out, like why he left because he didn't want to be around.
Just like mousetrap. Like let's just
Virgil was crazy, and so he's not supposed to have logic, and therefore what he said didn't make sense.
He was like Morgan, but less charming.
Well, we had the luxury of knowing Morgan already.
That's true.
Right.
It was like Morgan light. It's like you know what?
He wasn't no Morgan. He wasn't no Morgan. Morgan was likable from the moment.
Like, what I know,
yeah. Morgan was likable for the whole time until he got with Eastman.
But
Eastman put me off.
No. Y'all need to say it clearly. He was clear Morgan. Yeah, he could be clear Morgan, but he's not Morgan. He can be clear Morgan, yes. Okay.
You know what? I like Clear Morgan. I like Clear Morgan.
You already knew Clear Morgan. If you met Clear Morgan as Clear Morgan, you'd be like, who the fuck is this?
Right. Virgil couldn't handle. He didn't help her with not one walker in that building. Like he was beyond me.
I don't even understand how he made it this long.
How is it that he's never learned to defend himself ever after a decade in the apocalypse? That makes no sense.
Yeah. You know what though? Now that you say that, what the alternative should have been was Michonne taking over that island and bringing her family there since there's no walkers. That should have been the alternative, rather than her seeing Negan again and all that, and Sadiq acting crazy with her. That would have been a better alternative to see them.
I was excited to see Sadiq, but then he, did what he did. I'm like, dude. obviously
yes, I love Sadiq, but I hate that they had him said it. But I know it was from her conscience. But I heard that y'all didn't. I heard a little bit what you said, but y'all didn't like the alternative scenes. Everyone hates them. I liked it. It's so weird.
I liked them.
Ashley liked them. You're not alone.
Yeah,
it was interesting. It was
I thought it was cool.
I like seeing Michonne, I don't like seeing Michonne as a savior, but I like seeing Danai acting as a savior. If that makes sense. Like it was good.
She did kill that.
She has me on it. Like the Sadiq scene made me so emotional because like you could tell like she really hurt. Like she always probably even when she didn't have a choice, like or something that was out of bounds, she couldn't even be her fault. She really does feel the weight of Carl, Rick, and Sadiq's death. It's just sad.
Oh yeah.
Let me ask y'all a question. It's not a big question or anything, but I'm just curious. In the alternative, did Michonne kill Glenn then?
Yeah.
Yes, and Glenn. Okay. That's why he wasn't.
That's why I can't go with that. Okay.
I'm so glad
I'm
just know that.
Okay.
I was like, please don't, and they didn't. Good. But you know what? I really
did. They did carry a barcode, so I was like, okay, fine. You gotta a little bit.
I liked Michonne's speech to see it from the other side, to see it from their side about you didn't know these people, but you came in the night like cowards and killed them in their sleep. Because when all them saying, I'm like, okay, whatever, but actually seeing it from that point of view.
Oh, I still disagree with that. I'm like,
no, but you know what?
I'm to kill you for a reason.
Right. I feel like okay. I love Denai. She makes any speech sound good, but I feel like the show is still trying too hard to justify Negan in the savior arc.
Thank you.
And I'm not cool with that because at the end of the day, people always saying like, "Oh, that was the cruelest thing Team Family has ever done." You know, killing those people in the sleep and forgetting that Negan's people came for them first. It's like that memory has been lost. There are people like Sasha, Abraham, Daryl, like they literally came for them. The only difference is that our side succeeded with killing them, you know?
Right.
And it's like blamed on us for being evil, you know what I'm saying? So
I said this on Twitter the other day, but like they spent a whole season building up Negan as the worst villain ever, and then family is supposed to be crazy because they wanted to get rid of him first. Like,
thank you.
Exactly what you're supposed to do.
Here.
This is a ridiculous argument.
That's why I'm also not a fan of the redemption arc because I feel like that just brings more justification towards him as a villain. If they're trying to act like he wasn't a villain in the first place anymore, so like, oh, he's
right.
I don't like that. Like. Keep him a villain. Like the things he's done, I don't see redemption for that. They should have let him die under that tree.
Right.
You know, but the problem is that we've lost Rick now. We've lost Michonne, and we have Daryl and Carol's completely unraveling. I don't even know. So I think that's what they're about. And, you know, Jeffrey's character is so strong that I think that's what they're going to do, unless they're going to keep him there as a foil forever, which I don't really even see that, but maybe they will. I don't know.
Protagonist.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, they can have fun with that. I won't be there for it, but
there you go. I thought it was committed to watching it to the end of the season. But
now that's not even going to happen.
Exactly, but now it's not even having a finished season. It's like, okay, I guess I can, walk away from it.
I quit right on time.
Stop that, Ashley. Stop.
I did. They don't even have to I could have finished the season if they had it. Like I might have all at once, but I would have finished it. But no,
I just don't understand I just don't understand how you didn't have it finished a month before it was supposed to air.
Right.
Like that's super strange. I'm not in that industry, but it sounds strange.
Yeah.
They finished filming that in November. How do you have 4 months or whatever? It takes that long. I mean, I'm not an expert, but that just seems like y'all slow.
Exactly.
That was weird.
I don't know what they do. But I remember they said that Deer happened in 7/12 because they were working on it like the day it was supposed to air. So I guess they like to wait till the last minute.
They're all like free clip art. Google.
Right.
That's what they do.
You know, unless
if they're waiting a month until they air a show to edit a show.
No, they're waiting the day of.
Okay, the edit.
That's
so
crazy.
How they have
really
it spoilers?
Crazy.
Oh, okay. They were the spoiler people are out there when they're actually filming it. Okay, all right.
But they also change it from when they send out screeners. Like the screeners are not always complete. So that's part of the problem.
That's what I was going to say. They probably alter. Okay, you know what? We need to cut the scene. You need to write something that will bridge the gap from what we're cutting. So therefore, we need to refilm this. I don't know. Maybe that's what they're doing. If they're taking that long to get it, get the whole edited episode completed.
Wow.
That's why we don't have no movies, because they saw something shiny.
Exactly.
I was in one of the Walking Dead group on Facebook, and somebody goes, "Well, yeah, now the movies are going to be delayed because of coronavirus." I'm like, no, they don't get to use that. They've had two.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, they are.
I mean, they can try.
Hold on. We got two comments. One So True said post-production takes longer than we thought. And then Cage E said screeners to live is how we lost the van scenes.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, that's a no.
I'm sorry. Repeat that second one.
Screeners to live is how we lost the van scenes.
Oh.
And a few other scenes. Like, they love taking out our scenes between screeners and going live.
Goodness, I didn't know that.
That's
because there was also a scene with them in the gym, and we never got to see that.
Right.
Yes. Also, you're not hearing from me. I had kind of a contact with someone who was a screener, and I would get kind of spoilers early on. And they had a sexual scene in 903. It was much longer than what was shown. The one where he asked her to have a baby.
Let me make a note. 903 was longer. Okay.
His shirt was removed.
We
were on the bed and stuff. So he was like, she was confused when it aired because they had cut so much out or whatever. And then I see a behind the scenes picture of her and Rick, denying Andy behind the scenes, and he's in a what is it, a robe, on, and I'm like, oh my god, she was dead serious. It was ridiculous.
That's not fair.
It's not.
Wow.
I'm like, we don't want to see that.
If you bring the gas, I bring the matches because I'm tired of this. What?
But then we get to see Abraham thrusting on top of Rosita. We get to see Negan and Alpha having dirty.
Like Shane and Lori, Abraham, Rosita, Glenn and Maggie in that dorm, that spider web, whatever storage room or whatever.
Hold on. Alpha and Negan.
Yeah, nasty.
We don't talk about that.
Glenn and Maggie was like a backwards crab walk or something. It was weird. I don't know.
Nastiness.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, this is too much. Okay. Now I get
you guys, we're still living in the time. We're still living in the time where, remember little Cheerios commercial with the little girl with the biracial little girl with the white mom and the black dad got all crazy kind of hate comments.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're still living in that time. We're still living in it. And I guess I really, really hate to think that they caved on that because of that sort of stuff.
I can't imagine why they would.
That's crazy.
I just think they're stingy with content.
That, and they don't know how to shoot stuff.
Yeah. Because, they obviously make really bad decisions with keeping certain stuff on. Like, even sexual stuff aside with Richonne, like, season 7 finale. Like, that bonus scene of Michonne talking to Carl and Rick, and, that was such a good scene that I don't understand why that wasn't in the episode. But they kept Jadis flirting with Rick in. Like, they make bad choices, with certain scenes being in the show. So, it's going to be picking little.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we get a whole movie, so whatever.
Yeah.
That's all I do.
I hope they don't.
I'm getting more concerned we're not going to get a movie, to be honest.
I don't know about these movies until I know that something is filmed and on the cutting room floor. I agree.
Right. I'm pretty
optimistic. Y'all can be cynical as you want to.
But I'm just saying, it's just even when Andy sang to deny, he doesn't even he's not growing his beard. So I'm like, I'm worried. Worried.
I mean, done.
They're not done with the script. So
he said it was 60% done.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I feel
thank
like
you.
if Scott says
need
that
hope. Okay,
the
cool.
story isn't finished as of 2 days ago, then I'm fine with that.
Okay. Okay, I needed that because I was like, okay, it's not happening. Oh my goodness.
I don't think there will be
Progress is
3 movies. I think announcing the movies was overkill because they
for sure
didn't want the fans to leave after Rick left. Like, I honestly think they would have killed Rick off if Carl was still alive. You know what I'm saying? But because they had already killed Carl off in the previous season, and then they were losing Rick next, it would be like, okay, there's no more Grimes on the show. So it's like they were trying to save their behinds because it's been like 2.5 years and they have still, they're not even done the script. They're not coming up with anything. They're slow. It was overkill. So I think there won't probably be as much movies as they say they were. So I think we'll get something.
I just don't think they're going to come out in theaters. Like, that's ridiculous.
That is ridiculous.
Y'all can make 7 movies if you want. If Rick and Michonne are in them, I'll watch it. Just don't
Yeah,
expect me to go to AMC and watch it.
Right. And the thing
They
is,
can put it in a commercial.
And if we ever do get a reunion, the sad thing is that, you know, the little boy, their son will have to be recasted most likely because of, you know,
he'll be 40.
He'll grow.
He'll be 40. Hey, Dad.
He'll be like
like
5 years old by the time he actually sees them. So they'll have to like probably pass, and they got like the perfect little boy.
He's perfect. He's just
literally perfect.
Everything. I love that he had some lines.
I know.
That was neat.
Yeah. I was gonna be upset if we didn't see him in her last episode.
What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I said I was gonna be upset if we didn't get to see him in his last, or he didn't get to talk to her.
Yeah. Judith here when she's trying to convince Michonne to go was like that was hard.
That little girl be acting.
Yeah, she's a good one.
That child is a wonderful actor, but that is my ultimate complaint about this whole episode is that, you know, this idea that this child can tell her mother, mommy, you need to go after him. And she just like answers her and agrees with her like she's 35 years old. Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I've got to do this. And then I was just like, okay, you know what? This is what they needed to do in order for her to exit the show. It does not work for me. It really doesn't truly work for me for who she's supposed to be, but I see how they built it because we have been having many, many scenes this whole season with her talking to this child like she's 35 years old.
Yeah, it's true.
And so I was just like, okay, this is what they needed to do. This is the way they were working it in order for us to say, oh yeah, okay, like this is how a mother walks away from her young preteen children and just is like, okay, well, I mean, you shouldn't even talk to another adult. Just listen to Uncle Daryl.
I did think that was
weird. No, I do think that she should have talked to another adult and said like, yeah, I'm going this way. But I feel like Judith is the only person that would have been able to convince her to go. Because I don't know, I feel like she would have took it more to heart with Judith because, you know, that's her dad or whatever. And like that, I feel like if anybody else tried to tell her to go, whether that's Daryl, Aaron, I don't think she would have went. But her actual child telling her that, I don't know, I think she's different.
And didn't I say that she wanted that to happen? Like she wouldn't leave without Judith. Okay.
Right. And it was going to be,
I don't know.
It was going to be hard to satisfy us because from Michonne's story from the beginning to the end, she's been a mother and a nurturer. So it's hard for us to wrap our minds around what will legitimize her leaving for, some infinite time period. Mm-hmm. So I think they sort of did what they had to do. They sort of got sign off from Judith, but I do agree. Listening to a child not having any interaction with an adult does sort of bother me. But at the end of the day, the daughter said, go get dad. Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, like they just needed, I could say like maybe not even that long, maybe just a 1-2 minute scene of Daryl talking to her as well, and he's just saying like, he encourages her, and he's saying like he got the kids, like he's gonna look after them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would also encourage the audience that they're good, she's fine and stuff like that.
I mean, but I think we can assume that. Like, I didn't need to see Daryl at all. Thank God they put him. Like the moment ending with her kids.
Ash, he could have just been in the room and said, "Yeah, Uncle Daryl's here with me." That's good enough. That's good. That's better than just her and him having a conversation.
Like, I can assume that Michonne called again and said, "Hey, Daryl, I'm leaving." Like, she's not just gonna like never talk to him again. We just have to see it.
Like Uncle Daryl is in the room and he says, "Go for it." Right?
I'm wondering if they're gonna have Judith tell them about Michonne leaving for Rick, or is she gonna make up another excuse?
Oh no! I hope not. Why?
I don't know. I hope they do.
I thought it was smart that they were. I thought it was smart that they were saying the brave man and the little brave man. I thought that was cute, assuming someone was on the clues. I thought that was cute, but
Michonne and I had the same reaction on that. We were both like, "Oh, so hard." So sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Katie had
the most adorable thing ever.
About Tia Rosita. I thought that was really cute too.
Yes, that was so cute.
The actor who plays RJ, is he Hispanic?
No,
he's biracial.
I don't know.
Well, that could still.
I mean, yeah, that doesn't include him for being biracial.
I know. That's why I wonder what I said.
I was wondering if he's a black Latino.
Yeah, he's black and white in real life, but his mother's the white.
Obvious.
Okay.
But it also could be because Rosita, maybe that she's sharing like.
No, I know. I was just wondering. I thought it a couple of times before, and I don't know what kind of name the story is.
Stalk him. Does he have an Instagram yet?
I'm not stalking the 5-year-olds.
He's a baby.
Oh my God.
When he first got casted, when it was first not first got casted, but when he was first announced that he was playing RJ, it was I remember seeing him and his parents on my timeline. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, who's RJ? Question. I can't think of who RJ is.
The baby.
Oh, the baby?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The toddler.
What? I thought we were talking about another adult or something.
No.
You need to leave.
RJ. Rick. Little Ricky.
Little big, yeah.
Literally
big, little big man or little brave man. There we go. Little brave man.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
We're back on the boat. Virgil's looking all flabbergasted. Michonne is getting inconsolable. Is the picture her and Carl or her and Judith? And if it's Judith, how?
It is.
We don't know yet.
That was actually brought up. Yeah. That was it was Judith, and it was brought up on Talking Dead as things we don't know. Things that we don't know.
But there is a thing there we will know eventually.
That was on purpose, at least, because I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it is.
I'm like, that looks like Carl. I look like Carl. What? Why? I think okay, Carl.
Not like Carl.
Not Carl. Not Carl.
I guess
it looked like putting on the roof, Carl. Yes, it does. I was like, look at him.
Okay. I thought the hair. I know he had longer hair when he got older, but the hair was too long, and it looked like a little girl. Like it was. She was
like a little girl.
Yeah,
that was Carl on the roof. Y'all, that was
Carl. No, it's just not.
One thing that was kind of funny. Chandler on Twitter this week, because that's not like he was having Walking Dead's post-traumatic stress disorder, because like his power was out and like everybody had to stay inside.
Why is the power out?
That I don't know. I don't know if he's
what's going on in LA.
He said the coronavirus.
I don't know, but he was just like, I'm having PTSD.
Aww.
So what I want to know is, does Rick speak Japanese now? Did he learn that in his travels? Does Rick speak Japanese now?
Oh, okay.
But you know what? Someone had a good theory that that Rick wasn't actually the one who drew Michonne and Judith.
No, it's not. Like Angela said it wasn't. She said it was a message to Rick. That's why I was like,
wow, a message.
Yeah.
It was almost,
yeah.
It's almost like somebody's watching Michonne.
Yeah,
Judith.
I don't know.
I don't know how.
Like that feels weird, but the message says believe a little longer. So maybe someone is keeping an eye on.
So it's not even telling Michonne and whatever other people to believe a little longer that Rick's alive. It's telling Rick to believe in, like, basically, I guess, getting away or escaping because they're
right.
Like Judith
maybe getting back to them,
and they're still alive. Wow.
Did they draw Michonne and Carl, who y'all think is Judith, with a marker?
Oh my god,
bro! Oh my lord!
I think it was chalk.
They said it was chalk, but it did not move when she ran her finger.
No, it didn't move.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know what kind of chalk could make
That's
such
some
a
kind of liquid chalk.
I'm not an artist, but that looks suspicious. I'm just saying.
It was the old-fashioned whiteout. They put it on the phone.
I can see that.
Okay.
Virgil's just like, oh my god, that's you. I've never seen that thing before in my life. Really? Because that's not what it sounds like.
Hold on. One So True says Jadis is an artist, but we don't acknowledge her as a person. One So True, so that's why we pretended.
That was the theory I was going to tell you. Because somebody said because she draws, she could have been the one. Like maybe they trust her or something, and they let her. She gets out once in a while, and she's seen them, and if she draws them.
No, she's dead as far as I know.
Oh my god, I do not trust you.
Facts.
You are literally
it could be her.
One of these movies, she's gonna be in those movies. There's nothing we can do.
No, she's not. She's dying in the first 5 minutes of the first one, and that's all.
Exactly.
Okay.
Bridge the gap.
It'll be like that episode of The Simpsons where she's like, I have to go now. And then she just goes in the air and it's like Jadis died on the way back to her plane at the end.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
Cool story, bro.
It's a thing. I like cartoons. And they just get rid of her. They're not going to. She's gonna be there.
Maybe what did I just say?
Maybe no more than the first one, but
I don't think she's
okay. But you know what though? Ash had a really good point last time we chatted, and I saw the let ruminate in my head when she said something about prison. You were saying, what if it's like prison, something that keeps him from coming back home? But then when people were talking about Judith, I was like, I forgot, it was some podcast, I can't remember the names, I can't give him credit, but he was like, what if, and this is all, of course, everything is a speculation, but he was like, what if Rick gets close enough to see Judith so that way he can, is Judith in the picture, and then someone grabs him. I'm like,
that would be awful.
That could be something. That could be a reason how it's not Carl. Because I still think it's Carl, but I'm just saying maybe it's Judith because I saw Carl. I'm just saying
it's not Carl.
No, I don't need him to.
I mean, I think that would
have get snatched up.
No, I mean he didn't draw the picture, so
or he.
Okay. No, I'll let it go for now.
Okay.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I mean, Pat Gimple made it seem like he did not see Judith. That's not why she's older. So
yeah, it
sounds like somebody else did.
The only
we can't trust
are
that's true.
Rick and maybe Heath if he comes back. So they said they took him too.
Oh, Heath! Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was kind of weird. I was like, oh, there's that guy.
He's been there 2 years before Rick, so hopefully he can, help out.
I forgot about that. Yeah. Oh Lord.
They have so many things to unfold. What is PPP? Where has he been? I
don't know.
Where's Maggie?
Can we have shit?
PPP, they're gonna have to make up something.
Where's Connie?
He was with the helicopter people until they did the Rick send off, and they just said that he's with him. They were just trying to
I mean,
with the character because the actor had movies to film.
So, do you think Michonne should have killed her zombie bodyguards and went with the little couple at the end? She could have took the zombies with her, right?
Oh, okay. I was like, what are you talking about?
I love the music for one. Let me say that it got me really emotional.
Oh, the music was great. I loved it.
I was bawling because the music itself was just so emotional, and I love the flashback of when she was like seeing that Rick and Carl helped her and how much that changed for her. And I get that was full circle, you know, her helping Andrea and showing her that like if she didn't help those people, it would have been like pointless of show her that and stuff. But me, if I was writing this thing, my perfect ending would have been her going off by herself with the music playing with her two pet walkers, like how she came into the show. That's how she would have exited, you know. But I guess maybe it was trying to growth. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that would have been a little more. I don't know. That would have been sadder to me because it would have like changed. Yeah, like I'm glad that she chose to help people because that's how she came to the show, choosing to help somebody. If she chose to go off alone, I would have been like, what the fuck?
I think that was the point of it. Yeah, that was the point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that she's not the person that she started off being.
Bodyguards and help, like it's not mutually exclusive.
Because she's going to be traveling. Because she's going to be traveling with this cargo of humanity. And, you know, that whole thing is going to be really off-putting, especially if you're trying to be, what's the term for when you don't want it? Conspicuous. You're trying to be...
Are you trying to fit in with walkers?
Yeah, like you're trying to be inconspicuous. You're not really trying to draw like a whole lot of attention to yourself if you're on this reconnaissance mission to find your husband that you thought was dead 6 years ago. Yeah, I'm gonna walk around with my Duppy bodyguards, and everybody's gonna like not notice me.
she's like to the walkers, guys. It's so cool.
Oh boy,
act natural.
I mean, I don't see how that's weird. It just seems smart to me.
I was waiting for her to explain why she had them. It was so awful to see her cut their mouth off. I'm like, I know why, but it was just like, oh. That was just.
Oh no! I was like, yes. That was like.
Yeah, I was like,
I love the throwback stuff. I love the throwback
safety
stuff.
First. I was like, safety first, Michonne. Do what you got to do, right?
But yeah, it was just something regardless. It was showing the essence of Michonne's character and you know how much she has grown and you know kind of you know doing what her you know Carl and Rick believed in the end before they left is helping people and you know continuing that legacy. And who knows what happens? Maybe some of those people, that was a whole large of people. Maybe some of them will help her on her journey because wherever Rick at, I'm guessing she can't do it by herself because he's been there for like 6 years. So
yeah.
For sure. Oh man, we're gonna have to meet new people.
Yeah. I don't like
okay. If they would just mark the people that we need to keep up with for the movie, that's how I want them to
exactly.
Let them all have a yellow ascot or something. Like, okay, let's keep up with that first.
I'm guessing those two people we saw are gonna be two of them.
Oh man.
Good for Michonne.
Yeah. And they were like, can you help us? I'm like, we just want somebody to help you like while he's limping, just help him on the other side. They were just I was from Michonne be like,
no, we're gonna leave him. We have to hurry up. I'm like, where do we go? Where are we going?
I kept thinking I was hearing a helicopter. Obviously, I wasn't, but I just kept thinking I was hearing like, there's not a helicopter. They wouldn't be that obvious,
right? Yeah.
So, are we to assume that she was in New Jersey there?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that is what the thing said.
The what?
Yeah, like Scott, Angela and Scott said she was heading to New Jersey, but I don't know if she got there yet. I was confused about that.
I didn't watch Talking Dead, so I'm out of the loop on that one.
No, I read that. I read it in interviews.
What?
That she was heading to New Jersey. Yeah. What? I don't know if she got there yet. That's what I was confused about. So I don't know where we are, where we're going.
Yeah.
Where do you guys think Rick is?
Oh, that's a lot of speculation. I have no idea.
New Jersey. He's in jail in New Jersey.
She just has to go to one place and she's gonna be able
She
to
has
find
to
it.
go to New Jersey and do a prison
You know what?
escape.
Why not?
Where
Let's
they
just
want
get
to
it done.
be Harriet Tubman. She got to set Rick free.
Okay. That sounds like half a movie.
She has to amass her crew. That's the first half. She has to amass her crew, establish the prison break, and then they run off into the sunset.
Well, the first half could be her finding them, and the second half could be them doing it, and I would be okay with that.
You want to know what
doing-
would be a
doing
really,
what?
really jacked up movie?
Also.
Doing it.
You know what would be really, really, really jacked up? Would be for them to be missing each other a whole movie and never actually finding each other.
Don't you do it, Jeanette. Don't you do it.
And dragging that out to a second movie.
They would fucking
Jeanette,
do that.
don't you do it.
Well, they're not.
In the first movie, sure, maybe.
You have mistaken. No way that happens in the first movie. No way.
You had me at doing it, Vicky, but I don't know. Okay.
They have some lost time to make up for.
Yeah, like all those scenes we got cut out.
Now, I don't trust Greg Nicotero at all.
You better not be directing this movie.
I know. I do remember.
You can't even direct a commercial. God, keep him away.
Somebody
always the director for their scene.
Because he probably comes cheap.
Yeah, there was a restaurant. I don't remember who it was.
It's already baked into his contract.
Right. They don't gotta pay him.
There was a Richonne talking to him, and she was like, "Where are the van scenes?" Like she just asked him
for it, right?
And again, why? And he goes, "You know what? For the movies, maybe we'll have some scenes like that in the movie." Like again, I don't trust. But I need something to keep me going.
But I mean, he's a producer. I understand he has to be involved, so just don't direct because you're bad at it.
Right. Just make the monsters.
Stick to the zombies. Stick to the zombies.
Yeah, just do the makeup and leave us alone.
Yeah.
Get a real director.
Extra scenes and just throw them away. You know what? He keeps them. He keeps them in his own drawer.
Exactly.
I'm still mad because I don't understand how you let them get that far and don't say we can't put this on TV, so stop.
It's like you just get into it or something.
I absolutely hate them for that.
But it's not. I don't even think it's that because even if you couldn't put it on the movie, you could put it on the DVD and help sell it. You didn't even do that.
I don't think you can.
I don't know that it's a little. Once butts and boobs are involved, it's a whole situation.
That's why you put that little sticker on it and you charge extra 20 cents. Come on, let's go.
And the butts or the boobs.
Let's go. Let's go.
It could be like Showgirls. Have you guys ever seen Showgirls like on TBS or anything?
Absolutely.
Cut it out, clip it.
It's well, there's so much. If you ever get a chance, I know Showgirls is absolute garbage, but like look up censored Showgirls like on YouTube. They draw these flesh-colored bras on them, and it looks.
Are you serious?
It looks so bad.
Oh my god!
Really bad. Like, there's one thing. They're like, and that's the words they come up with instead of the cussing. It is hilarious. Okay,
wow.
Like you guys have seen Kill Bill, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Buck. Well, I saw it on TV once. He goes, "My name is Buck, and I'm here to party." And I'm like, okay. I died. I just fell out. Like, I'm going, yeah, that was natural, guys. Good job. But yeah, the Showgirls thing. And it's funny because the bra has to move with them because it's a static object. So it's just kind of tapping around while they.
Oh my god.
It's awful. It's so funny though. But yeah, I don't think we'll ever see those. But
wow.
I just want them to get back together. I just want closure. I want him to know about RJ. I want him to know how much Judith has grown up and how proud he'd be of her. And I just want them to be together and then be done. That's where everybody's safe. I don't really care about anybody else. I don't really care what happens to Carol or Daryl. No.
What is that?
Somebody.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they're making a table. They're setting a table for
it's actually me, you guys. I'm grading, so I'm grading Ginger. I will mute myself.
How holistic of you.
I'm making carrot soup, so I have to grate ginger. So yeah.
Yeah, that was one thing about Virgil that was kind of cool. The way he had that garden that had all those different herbs that did different things.
Right.
If he hadn't got her there under false pretenses like that, she might have been more interested to hear what they all did. You know,
right?
Not at that, but it was. So, what did he say he poisoned her with, or drugged her with? Ginseng?
No, it was something weird.
It was another kind of I can't remember the name of it now. Yeah, but it was gypsum weed, gypsum tea, gypsum.
Okay, there you go.
Gypsum.
Like I don't want to know so I can go tripping. No, but I was just curious.
It might actually not even be real. Who knows? It might not actually be real. Yeah,
I guess it is. Then I said she looked it up. And she was surprised.
I feel like they probably shouldn't have said that because people are going to be like, well, I'll just get high at home. I'll just like grow a garden.
I'm sure most people didn't read the interview.
Yeah. So, Ash, I was creeping on your Tumblr and I saw that they didn't let I keep the sword.
Oh yeah, because they still need to use it.
She not? No.
They repeatedly
how to use it besides Judah. Give it to
They repeatedly said that on Talking Dead that they didn't give Rick the boots and they didn't give her the sword because they are going to need it in the future. They're going into the movies.
I mean, I think that would be obvious.
I didn't watch Talking Dead, and honestly, I didn't even think about it that way because the movies just seemed like
I didn't mean they were going to give it to somebody else.
Well, no, I didn't think that, but I keep the movies are so.
Oh, they may give it to Princess. I think she had a sword.
It's for Michonne.
No, it's Michonne's sword. In fact, it was Yvette Nicole Brown kept saying you need to just make another sword and give her one. Make another sword. You can afford it. You can afford it. Make another sword and let Denai have that one.
Aren't there two swords?
They probably have more than one. Yeah, they probably have more than one. You kind of have to do that.
You want to use her own one.
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing else worth taking is besides that, and maybe one of those leather vests. Give me the sword, please.
Well,
unless she's not going to be the one in the movies, I don't know why she can't just wait till she's done.
Okay, so after the movie's done, give her her sword.
Yeah, if they don't do it then they're just
dicks. But
dicks is a noun. Yes, agreed.
What is a noun?
Okay.
Dicks. Yes, they would be dicks if they did that.
It's the right thing to do.
Yes.
I broke out my Walking Dead cup. I actually have 4 of them.
That's what's up.
There's
supporting the friend, the merchandise. That's what's up.
Nice.
I am embarrassed to say that I was given this as like a Christmas present like 6 years ago. I've never opened it up. It's 4-pack. It has Rick, Michonne, Glenn, and Daryl.
Oh, cool.
Like, yeah, but I just didn't have I'm like, oh, I don't want to break them. I'll just use them eventually. And I'm like, I just put them away. I never used them. I opened the package tonight. So I'm like,
I got the pillows. I got the pillows of everybody.
Aw.
I have the little Funko Pop little figurines. Yeah.
And Can I just say something?
Yes, ma'am.
One of my coworkers who, this was a while ago, but they knew that I loved The Walking Dead and had met Andy and they were like, oh, I have this gift for you because they were leaving. And I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And they gave me this Walking Dead basket and I opened it and literally everything was Daryl.
Oh, God. You had to keep the look on your face
so did you have to re-gift it or just
I don't remember what I did with it. I didn't open it in front of her, so luckily it didn't matter. But I almost texted and cussed her out because I'm like, I don't want this person.
Was it a joke?
Hold on, and the socks.
And the socks.
I got the Walking Dead pillowcase, socks, Funko Pop poster. Yeah.
I got little action figures. I used to set up scenes for them and make furniture and stuff.
You actually can do that again.
Well, I'm gonna have time.
Do a prison, do a little gate, and then have Michonne show up in a wedding dress.
Oh my god.
Okay, you know what? I don't know if you know this. I made a wedding dress for my Michonne doll several years ago. I have the pictures. I have a lot of the pictures, and then I realized I'm almost 40. What am I doing? But I did. I got some extra.
Forever young, ma'am. Forever young.
I sewed a wedding dress for my Michonne action figure, and I like posed her and Rick, and I made a little flowery background, and I took pictures. I put my action figure in there, and they were like family pictures, and I was ashamed.
That is so darling.
So I might maybe I'll post those tonight. What I did a few years ago is I made the couch. Like I made a little replica of the couch, and I made the couch cushions, and then I put the dolls on the couch and made them make out and took pictures of it. I'm a very lonely
make out session. Take pictures, please.
It was cute. I put them on Tumblr. Well,
that's cute.
There's like a tiny Daryl account on Tumblr. I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do the same thing. They would set up the action figures in certain ways and tell little stories with them and stuff like that.
Aww.
Right.
One of my friends, I posted it on Facebook. They're like, "You got too much time." I'm like, you know what? It's a victimless crime. Leave me alone. I'm not. Let me play with my doll.
One so true asks, what is our favorite Michonne scene?
Oh God.
Oh man. I don't know.
My favorite Michonne scene is when they're at Terminus and that dude offered Michonne a plate and Rick slapped it out of his hand.
How is that a Michonne scene?
Oh my God.
That's my favorite scene, and I stick by it.
That's a good one. That's a very good.
That is not a Michonne scene.
One of my favorite lines is, people who are telling people who aren't lying, or what is it? I can't remember the line. People who have nothing to hide usually don't
feel the need to say so.
To say so, yeah. I liked that she just like told him like, you're full of shit. I know it, you know it, and now you know that I know it. You know, and she just like she told Andrew, it's like my shit never stopped being together.
Yeah, I love that line.
Yeah,
I think my favorite
that's a good one.
is
Really good.
From season 5 when Deanna's like dying
Oh.
and she's talking to her and asking what she wants for her life.
Mm-hmm.
I love those two together. I was really sad Deanna died.
Yeah, I wish I could have seen them together more.
Yeah,
they played off each other really nicely.
She had good chemistry with her and Rick.
Oh yeah, no, she's an amazing actress. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hi. You're going to bed? Okay. My kid's coming to tell me she's going to bed. Hey. Hello, person I do not know. Do you want to come say hi? Hi.
Hi.
Oh,
good night.
I do not know. They're lovely people. You like them. All right. Okay. All right. Have fun talking about Walking Dead and zombies that aren't called zombies. They're called walkers. Yes. Walkers. All right.
They're called creeps too.
Cool. Thank you, sweetie. Love you. Yeah. So they've had a lot of names, like walkers, gooks, biters, face eaters. Am I imagining that? That might not have been a thing.
I'll tell you guys that my mother's from Barbados, or she was from Barbados, and in Barbados, zombies or the walkers are called duppies. So my mother used to love the show. She watched it, and and so yeah, we would call them duppies because that's what Mom understood. So
that makes them sound so cute.
Duppies, yeah, duppies. Duppies in Barbados and jumbies in Guyana.
Nice, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh. There's such nice names for such horrible creatures. I like that. That's cool. Yeah, none of my family really likes the show. My kid, like Amy, the one that was just in here, is terrified of anything she thinks scary. She thinks E.T. is a horror movie. I try to explain to her that that's not the case.
Wow.
She's like, no, it looks really scary. I'm like, it's not. She's like, no, I don't want to watch it. It's a horror movie.
She doesn't like creatures.
I'm like,
That's interesting.
Okay, whatever. Used to like Monster High, but all of a sudden, so yeah, nobody watches it but me. So
Oh
that's why I
wow!
started Tumblr, so I could commiserate with folks.
Well, I've hooked my 85-year-old dad on it, so
That's awesome.
yeah.
I'm curious. How many of you guys are gonna? I think Ash, I know you, but who else is taking off? Are you guys gonna? I don't even know if the show's gonna continue after all this. I have no idea. But my plan was to at least finish out the season. But again, now I don't.
No, I will finish the season because I'm watching with my dad. I mean,
Yeah.
My father has been so into Walking Dead that he was like totally watching every episode of Fear, and I hated Fear. Like I can't even tell you for the longest time. And I'd be like in the kitchen cooking or doing anything else, but he'd still be watching Fear. So I'm kind of like now Fear has grown on me now that Morgan's on it. So I'll continue watching it because it's something I do with my dad. And yeah, it's fun.
It is cool.
It's fun enough. I mean, yeah, my reasons for watching it are no longer there anymore, but I'll keep watching it for now. And I'll even probably watch the new stupid one. What is it? Beyond Worlds?
The World Beyond.
Yeah.
World Beyond. Yeah. I'll
watch it to see if they give RJ anything to do, I guess. But it's only 2 episodes to watch at this point, and then it's done until after COVID, whatever it's called.
Not Corolla.
I thought it was a 2. It didn't say it was a 2-season limited series.
The World Beyond, yeah.
Okay.
That's why I think it's gonna roll into these movies if they are to exist. Because I think one of the
that was the case.
Like,
I thought they had said that was the case. I thought they had said that it was the world that Rick was living
but
in.
I can't trust anything they say because they say that to get us to watch.
They said that, which is I assume true because one of the communities is like one of those 3 rings on the helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying once the 2 seasons is over, then it would make sense if the movie comes out after that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
You have to watch it.
It's true.
If they ever get around to it.
Because I will surely not be watching it.
It's true.
That's the thing. I really don't want to watch that show, but I know they're including that helicopter stuff and Rick Connection so people will watch it. And I don't want to miss anything. So I think I have a friend that's going to watch it. They can just pass on stuff to me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of them begging me into watching stuff. Stop it.
Right.
You're bullying me. Stop it.
That makes me not want, even if it looks like the greatest show in the world, I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch it because you're annoying me because I'm very stubborn. It's like, stop and catch fire and Into the Badlands. And
Right.
It could have been, I heard it was a good show, but I was so tired of hearing about it that I don't want to. We should never have to watch Walking Dead and then watch another show so we can see the scenes for the next episode of The Walking Dead. That's ridiculous.
Honestly, I hate any Walking Dead spinoff. I feel like the spinoffs are just dumb. I feel like AMC is milking it. They're so scared of losing The Walking Dead. They're trying to keep it alive as much as they can because that's where they get their most money from.
That's what they got.
Exactly. And
they kind of have to because they have nothing else.
And one day, they have other shows.
They do not have a plan B. We established that.
They need to start producing more shows and better shows.
But at least the Daryl fans can still watch Let's Ride and whatever that name of the show is in The Walking Dead. We don't have anything. We have to try to find out what project Andy is working on. Where's the Nye at? Like,
yeah,
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, 10 years is a long time. Like, I don't want to be tied to the show anymore.
No,
it's true.
Thank you for viewing.
It's true.
I might still
thank you for the goodbye.
But I'm not gonna make an effort to watch it at all.
Right.
I mean, I might catch it on Netflix one day if I'm bored, but tuning in every week and trying to figure out what they're doing, absolutely not.
No. Exactly. Fact.
And also, like, I assume Daryl and Carol will be in the movie.
Sorry.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that?
Will be.
The movie is ours. The movie is ours.
No, I don't seem to get that. I don't get that impression. No, I don't think I get that impression.
They signed They signed a deal to be in the TWD universe. So
I don't think they took up much time. I think they'd be in the last one, like when the reunion's happening. They wouldn't.
I don't think they'd be in the whole thing, but I'm assuming we'll see them because Daryl has their kids.
Right, because honestly, let's be honest here, they're not going to.
Oh damn! The babysitter got to bring the babies. No.
Why are you so yelling tonight?
I'm just saying.
She got a lot going on.
I'm just playing with you.
Okay, if Daryl is bringing RJ, okay, fine. But Kara does not need to come.
Judith will just pull up in a car or something that she's driving because she's so grown.
When he sees Judith now, he's gonna be so shook.
Yeah, Rick knows how to cry well. That's gonna be hot. That's gonna be hot.
Yeah, he's a good crier. I still, the whole thing with when Lori died, I struggled.
No, with Beth. Oh my God.
Well, no, that's good. But when he's like, I don't know if you guys have seen somebody made. He did,
but barely.
Somebody
hey,
made,
you take that back. I
don't remember this. I really don't remember him crying about Beth much.
He kind of was teary-eyed, but he didn't cry.
Yeah, it wasn't a big. It was just teary eyes in the hospital. I remember.
That
was. Okay, then. So you know what I'm talking about.
Somebody.
How was that more notable than when he cried over Lori?
He was devastated over Lori.
It makes me laugh, and I'm a monster. I know he's a good actor, but for some reason, it makes me laugh. And
I hate that.
It makes you laugh because of the memes.
It only makes you laugh.
It's the memes. Somebody took that scene and put it.
It makes me laugh because it is such an overreaction.
It is.
Like, why did he fall on the ground? Come on, man. Come on now. You don't even like her.
He just lost his wife.
Like, I didn't even like her.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Have you guys seen the meme of Rick doing the cry in an empty grocery store?
Yeah.
Oh my God. When he doesn't
toilet paper.
The toilet paper's gone. He's just walking around going, oh.
When there's no more toilet paper.
And he's,
I have not seen this. Oh my God.
Before I watched when I was on season 3, that was before I was on the online fandom. And like at the moment, like first seeing the reaction to it, I didn't think nothing of it. I was just like, I was so off the shock of, the way that her dying in the first place on episode 4 and stuff. Yeah. And I was like, just really baffled. But then because of the memes, now I can't take it seriously.
Yeah, I binge watched it. So yeah, I was crying over Lori losing her life like that. And then every time I watch it now, I'm just like, Andy, please don't fall. Please don't do it. So stupid. Nobody does that.
It is dramatic.
Yeah, but it was
dramatic as fuck. Like, come on.
But yeah, you know what? That was all. He was in more pain than probably he would. I mean, he was still being in pain, of course. But like, I think it was because of how guilty he felt for not talking to her, even though she deserved it. I deserved it.
Even if you really don't care for anybody anymore, but if it's somebody you were close with, when they're dead,
right? It was a kill.
I mean, yeah, I understand him being sad. He did not just fall on the ground like that.
Much as we don't like her, we get it from this.
It was so weird. I guess Laura Wayne Callies is having an Ask Me Anything thing on Reddit. I'm just like, who's gonna ask you things?
She's on the new show, The Council of Dads.
Who are we talking about right now?
Oh yeah, I
I
saw
know
her
the
yesterday
Laura
on that new show. Yeah, I didn't watch
Who are
it.
we talking
You know,
Sarah Wayne
Lori.
Lori.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lori character. I saw her yesterday on that new show, The Council of Dads. But you know what? I can't watch those shows anymore. I don't watch This Is Us anymore. I can't deal with that level of emotionalism anymore. I just can't. It's like
yeah,
too much for me.
yeah.
It is too much. And I loved This Is Us when it first started. But
Well,
I'm
thank
like,
you
you
for
know
that.
what? It
Thank you
just
for that.
it wrings me out. And it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
I haven't cried to that show in a while, like not since the first season, but
Right.
I get it. I watched Council of Dads, like kind of background watched it. It was
Okay, good.
like This Is Us Part 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I could feel it. I could
So
feel it. Like within 15
yeah, everybody's
minutes
trying to
into
like
it, I was
redo
like,
that.
yeah, I gotta stop. I gotta stop and changing the channel.
Yeah, I mean, except I didn't care about any people, so it just felt like watching Lori again, and I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that time Rick cried and he had that snot bubble.
Oh God,
I'm eating right now, so
that was method acting right there.
That was
That
fun.
was deep. That was deep.
Method acting. I like
Wait,
that.
what was I reading where Jeffrey D. Morgan brought that up again?
I don't know. I'm trying to find the picture of him crying over Beth since y'all said it wasn't nothing. And I ran across this and I'm like, oh, okay, that was a good one
Like
too.
his eyes just kind of welled up with death. He was just
Like Katie was
that's
out of here. I don't know
beautiful.
what you're talking about.
But he was so beautiful with his
Okay.
glassy eyes.
Okay, yeah.
make you sound like he hit his last eye.
Yeah.
I tell you,
So,
Beth leaving the show was like hard. That was so hard.
yeah, I wasn't ready
What?
for it.
That
I
was
was super ready
difficult.
for it.
That was
surprising.
difficult. It was shocking. It was difficult. And then she was on Talking Dead, and she was just having as much of a hard time having
That
left
was
the
hard to
show
watch. I
either.
felt bad
It was
for her.
hard.
sad.
Gosh, it was hard.
sad.
I missed
Oh,
that.
she was broken up about it. I didn't know that. Okay.
I feel like she
Yeah.
didn't know she was leaving until like they kind of surprised her with it.
I mean,
Yeah.
but that's how it works for everybody.
It is.
They tell her to the episode right before she died, and that she had moved down there or something. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
like,
unless
They
it's
do
like a
that.
really
It's
big
like they don't
character,
tell
they're
them
not
anything.
gonna tell you. Yeah,
Yeah, they're not gonna tell you.
that's how the show works.
I was like, just
But is
give me the
that how our
shit.
shows work or just this show, Ashley? Most shows do that too, though.
I don't know. I mean, I think most shows
No,
kill off
because
people
most
work
shows
similarly.
most shows don't kill their main characters.
Okay.
Right.
You know, this show is unique in its genre because it's like the first show where your main characters will just end up dead all of a sudden, and you're like, what the hell?
Well, it used
Okay.
to be. Then I feel like they don't do it quite as much anymore.
Yeah,
They don't.
Okay.
If
yeah.
you can't see it coming by the writing, then you just dumb.
Plus, they
Well,
don't
I
have
guess
any
the-
main characters anymore, too.
I guess I'm just dumb because
No, I'm talking
like
about the people who are playing the characters. Like the way they've been
yeah.
writing off characters lately. If you don't see the writing on the wall, if nobody's already told you, then you're not paying attention.
Yeah.
I like how some of them are always just like, I'm going to be the special one. I'm the one they're going to want to keep. They're going to know.
Okay, Andrea.
Exactly. I had an 8-year contract.
Girl, so
Who
did
was it?
everybody.
I think it was Dale. Dale was the one that just like slammed me. I did not see Dale's death coming at all. And I think from that point on, I was just like nervous for everybody. I was totally nervous.
That was
Well, he wanted to leave, right?
yeah, he did.
Right.
That's why it came
I
out.
heard
of
the
nowhere.
actor's reasons for leaving.
I had
like,
no idea about
I
those
didn't.
things then.
Because he was mad about the one that was Darmot getting fired.
Yeah.
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 I'm like, you're not gonna stop me from getting my coin.
I didn't like him either. Like most of the people that died, I just didn't care about.
I think it's the Dale face. That's what turns me off the most. It's just like
He was just so self-righteous. I couldn't take it. I didn't like Lori, but her death shocked me because I didn't know anything about the comics. I did not see that coming at all.
Right.
In like a random episode 4.
yeah.
And then they killed
Like,
more.
oh, is this Game of Thrones?
Didn't they kill 2 people in that one episode, though?
Yeah, and T-Dog.
T-Dog got
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. So
And maybe
I
Carol.
felt
even
so
though
bad
they
for
did
T-Dog, sacrificing his life for someone I don't even like.
oh, okay, yeah,
Sorry.
it happens. Okay, for Carol,
that.
okay, no problem. So, are we not going to talk about the next episode because it doesn't exist to us, or have you guys seen the trailer for the next episode?
I saw
What are you
the
guys
trailer.
thinking?
I'm just honestly, I'm just not that. I'm looking forward to Alpha's head on a.
Concerned about it.
I think
I
that
saw the spoiler for
Right.
it. It sounds pretty uneventful. Like it
Yeah.
sounds kind of, to be honest.
It seemed like it's going to be contrived because I don't know. It's something where you have Daryl with the crossbow to Negan. Is like you not hurting Negan. So what are we doing? What are we
Right.
really doing? Okay. So that's the only impression. And then I think Ash asked last week, what would they have in the season finale? Well, we won't know that for months. Who will even care?
Apparently. Who's
Well, I
going to
think the
care?
season
think
isn't
they're
the
doing
season
the,
finale
horror
going
story.
to be like what's his name's attack on them?
Yeah, Beta.
Oh,
Yeah.
Beta.
Beta's
I
attack
think
on them.
in the comics,
Does somebody die in that?
yes, the main character death of the Whisper. What was it? Because of Whisper Art? I think it was.
I don't think.
Was the
I don't
herd?
know.
Beta sent
I
a
don't
herd
know.
to Alexandria. And then she
Oh.
got on a horse. She was on a horse with Eugene, and she went back to save Eugene because a horde was surrounding him. And then she had ended up getting bit, and then
Who
she had
is
to
she?
come back.
You're talking about the
Andrew.
comic, right?
the comic.
yeah,
I do agree with the comic.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
People have been trying to see who there's going to take her place or whatever. And some people was guessing Carol.
Rosita?
Because
I think it's going to be Rosita.
I don't think Carol's dying at all. I think Rosita's a good shot. But I don't
Yeah.
think Rosita and Gabe are both going to make it out the season. One of them got to die.
Rosita gotta die because they've been making her paler and paler every time I see her. She about to die. She fading.
And she got a new show.
I was the only one who noticed that
Paler
weird
and
thing.
skinnier.
I'm like, why does she look like a samurai? What the hell is going on?
Pale in the show
I
now. And
know.
I was
It's
like,
like really
I don't
weird
know
what they've
how I
done with
noticed that.
her.
It's so weird. But I remember when she first came on the show, she was not that pale. Because rewatching old
I
seasons,
know. I know. It's just
Okay,
weird. I don't know.
tell me
Something weird's
this.
going on with that.
Do you need a team of people to edit? Because the rule is just 6 feet from somebody. Can't you have 2 people working in the open space and go and get this cut?
I don't
How
know. what
hard
they
is
do.
this?
It seems like it could be done like not
die,
in
though.
person. It just
I
doesn't make
want
sense.
Rosita to die though. I feel like the baby needs her. Like she already lost her father. Like that'd be
Oh,
weird.
that's true. That's true. But she has a show. I don't know how long that show's supposed to be.
It's
but
6. I think it's 6 episodes.
But she
there's no
offered
second
Eugene
season?
to kiss her, so I was like, that's the kiss of death. She gonna die. She gonna
I heard the show's only one season though, and I try not to cross those kind of things out because there's a lot of actors who have done side projects and stuff. But I don't know.
Well, yeah, if it's only one season, then never mind. But I
But
thought it was like,
I think the only people
died, then yeah, I could have saw it.
the only people that's left is Mr. Nubby and Rosita. That's it. Maybe
who is
for
Mr. Nubby?
You still
Oh,
call
Aaron. He had that nub, Mr. Aaron.
Okay.
Mr. Nubby, Rosita, and who else did I just say? Oh, Father Gabe, One-Eye Jack, Mr. Nubby, and
Mr. Lumpy.
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
Ezekiel is Mr. Lumpy.
Oh, okay. That's what I was
Or,
getting.
oh, you know what? It could be Mr. Lumpy because they said something about he was saying goodbye to Jerry on something. So Mr. Nubby, Mr. Lumpy, Rosita, and One-Eye Jack. Those are the stakes. One of those.
Jerry and Ezekiel were saying goodbye. Not Aaron. It was Jerry and Ezekiel because Ezekiel was going off with Yumiko and
But they could also
Eugene.
kill off somebody more minor than that too.
They could, but we wouldn't.
They can do Man Beth. Yes, Man Beth. Yes.
Nobody cares about him.
Exactly.
Literally
No.
no one.
Who is
Exactly.
Man Beth?
People do, and I do not understand why.
That
is
is not
Man
a good season finale. But
Okay,
Because,
so
like,
Man Beth, if Man Beth is on
it has
the
to be
table,
somebody on the. It has to be somebody on the level of Andrea.
okay.
that yeah,
So I just told you, Mr. Nubby, Rosita, One-Eye Jack. There you go. Bam.
Who is One-Eye Jack?
But then Daryl's gonna have to take care of everybody's
Father Gabe is One-Eye Jack.
Oh,
who is
It could
Man
be him.
Beth?
but doesn't
Yeah.
Ezekiel die? He dies on the pike, so maybe it's him.
Right.
It might be.
It's quite a few of them that they saved from the pike, which was Eugene.
Oh, Rosita was on the pike.
He's never gonna die. We're gonna keep him as the last savior.
Because
Ezekiel.
Ezekiel is already sick and more than likely terminal, I can see him sacrificing himself for somebody else.
Yeah, a lot of people said that he felt like he's gonna die anyway. But then I feel like I feel like because they gave him cancer, he's not
Plus,
gonna
he
die.
had sex with Carol, so he ready to die. It's Mr. Lumpy. It's Mr. Lumpy.
I don't think that's definitive. But also, they said this doesn't the season finale that we're not going to get end in the cliffhanger. So
Yeah, you said that.
I
Yeah,
don't know. I really don't know.
he's gonna throw his body, and we don't see that he dies until season 11.
Until 2022.
Mm.
Lord, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't even matter. We're not going to see it.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to come out in November or something. Is Fear the Walking Dead supposed to be coming back?
Yeah.
Or is that delayed too?
Oh, I don't know that part.
No, that's delayed as well.
Damn. Y'all's going to be nothing on TV soon.
Well, usually there's nothing on TV all through this the late spring and into the summer, all the way to the fall. You're all miserable with nothing.
That's why people
Oh, I
binge
don't know what you'd be doing.
the cable
I-
shows
they
are
were-
most likely on a break.
I need to
They
get
make it back soon because President Trump said they're gonna come back for Easter. Everyone's
Girl.
gonna be open.
No.
Okay, I'll stop.
Psycho.
Don't ever say that again.
He's trying to open everything back up in 2 weeks. That's ridiculous.
I don't see
but
it.
that's up to the governors, and I don't think they're gonna.
Thank God, because
Yeah,
it's either that or we're all gonna die. So
Yeah. I am in Michigan. Michigan has officially been closed. We are under lockdown now.
anybody at the blue state governor is okay.
Yeah.
We have been
think
locked
Georgia's not
down
gonna die.
in New Mexico here, like completely from Tuesday. Tuesday, the
Until-
governor locked us all down
Until Tuesday or on Tuesday?
on Tuesday.
Oh,
She was like, she was doing limiting, and then Saturday, I went to the store and was like horrified to see all these people standing all close to each other, and I was like,
yeah.
people are not taking this seriously. And then Tuesday, she was like, you know what? People are not taking this seriously, and so we are closing it all down. So only essential stuff is open now.
I guess I have a friend that
That's what
has
they
been
say.
pulled over today or yesterday because he was out and they wanted to know where he was going and what he was doing, and he had like something called a multi-pass or something that would let him leave certain. Yeah, where our curfew is like midnight. Nobody's supposed to be out between unless they have to work between midnight and 5. I'm like,
you are clearly more locked down than we are because we don't even have a curfew.
I'm like, that's
Yeah, we
when
don't
I'm
have a
asleep.
curfew in
I don't
Houston
care.
either.
Yeah.
I go to
How do they enforce it though?
home and I go to McDonald's. That's pretty much all I do. So I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
I'm not
Right. Same, Vicky. Same.
Even like online food service has like new policies where they like have to drop it off at the door and they have to leave and stuff before you come and get it. Like there are really no contact rules now.
Ooh.
I mentioned, I think before we started, or either right as we started, that my next door neighbor set out started like a little party thing where we all come out. We're in a cul-de-sac where everybody kind of comes out and we all kind of stand in our driveways or at least decent amount apart and just talk. And it was really nice.
That is nice.
Oh,
That
that
is
is a
really
good thing.
nice.
Yeah, it was really
Yeah.
cool. Some people have their dogs outside. We took one of our dogs out, and the dogs were playing, and then the kids were playing with the dogs. It was, we were mindful to stay apart.
That's similar to in Italy where they were singing together.
Oh,
That's some good community events like that. That's the one good thing that could come of stuff like this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice when that happens. It'd be really nice if it would continue afterwards, but
Yeah.
But then we get distracted because then we have everything we can just leave. Yeah.
Right.
Like, I want to go out, but like, if when this is over, I'm like, you didn't go out before, you're not going out now. Be honest.
Right.
Yeah. It's just because you're told you shouldn't do it. Now you want to do it. Right. Yeah.
Right.
That's the human condition.
We're some defiant so-and-sos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you know what? We're gonna get through this. If everybody does what they need to do, which
I think I'm developing OCD because I washed my hands like 3 times trying to make breakfast this morning. I was like, oh my God, this is
just cooking.
Because I was in the kitchen at work, and every time I touched something, I washed my hands again. Like, then I watched the microwave where you touch the numbers. I'm like, I think I'm developing a problem.
You can't get it from yourself. I mean,
but it's an open place. It's an open space.
Okay, I thought you were at home.
When I touch the counter, I wash my hand. Then when I touch the microwave, I wash my hand again. Then when I open the microwave, I didn't like the way my knuckles touched the thing, and I wash my hand again. I'm like, this is too much.
Yes.
You know, you could get like a wipe and actually use it to press buttons and open things with. Then you don't have to wash your hands quite as much.
That's what I'm gonna do next time.
I had a lot of downtime at work today, man. I sanitized everything. I went around. I hit the handles on everything, the elevator door buttons. I just took it upon myself. I'm like, this is what I'm doing.
Right.
It's empty. We're now to the point where we're not allowing any visitors in the hospital unless there's extenuating circumstances, pediatric patients, babies, kids, or people with an end of life situation. But other than that, like, you can't. I can't go into work without, they're at like a little.
I don't think the hospitals are completely locked down. I think we still allow for at least one visitor at this point.
They allowed 2 visitors, and like 2 days later they said no. We had over I think over a 24-hour period we had 100 more cases
visitors.
And that's when the governor's like, okay, we're locking it down, because she wasn't going to, and she's like, all right, we're done.
Yeah.
And she's handling she's a new governor. She just got elected, and she's doing a good job. I think she's doing a good job.
Was you're in Michigan, right?
Yeah.
Did she do the State of the Union address after Trump, or was that someone else?
Yeah, I think that was her.
She did a good job.
Gretchen Whitner. Yeah, she's. I think she's doing a good job. I
think she's trying to make a name for herself. She did good, but yeah, it's like I said, I had concerns about it, but my thing is, I rather us talk about how we overdid it and lives be saved than the reverse.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. You can't take the other way back.
Exactly.
So yeah, absolutely. You can't. I don't think there's any way to not be careful with somebody's life.
Yeah.
Alexa, stop. My timer just went off.
But I am gonna call my mom and ask her, is she willing to die for the economy, since that dude said that. So I'm gonna ask the grandparents.
That's messed up. That's so horrible.
My mom, I'm like, hey, are you willing to die for your grandson and your niece and your grandchildren? Is it worth it? And she's gonna curse me out. I'm gonna laugh.
Well, the children,
how the hell would you ask me?
If I was 70 years old, I'd be telling that guy, you speak for yourself. You don't speak for me.
Yeah. Exactly. No, I would have said you first.
Exactly.
You first and last. Like,
yeah.
Imagine saying my parents should die because y'all want to go out. Shut up.
Yes. No. Because you want to make money. Yes.
Yeah.
You can die because I need to make money. Mom, you can die because I need to make money. I'm sorry. My portfolio is looking bad.
Well, I think Trump had said something. Hey, it kind of insinuated something about survival of the fittest. And I'm like, does he know he's not included in the fittest?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to body shame anybody, but this is not a guy he's not as healthy as he thinks he is.
And he's 70, so I'm done with him.
He's 73, so I'm not.
Exactly.
I don't know. His brain's broken.
Right.
Obviously.
He's just no.
He's money hungry. There's no other way to to slice it. It's like, dude, lies over profit. Are you for real? Why? How dare you even say that out loud a couple of times? Please.
It's
stop.
like he's a sociopath or something. He is. But anyway,
we just live in a time where people open their mouths and insert their feet all the time.
Yeah,
it's true.
That's how we got coronavirus.
Yeah,
this didn't happen.
Remember that kid that was on the beach when they interviewed him, and he was like, "Well, if I get coronavirus, it's like no big deal. I get it, you know." Yeah. And like, I guess people flamed his ass on Instagram so bad he had to apologize. Yeah.
But my thing is, why can't we have all this thought before we open our mouths? Like, come on.
You know, there was a time where people were actually taught that. You know,
the week of that beach party, people were dying in Italy and in was it South Korea or China? They were dying by the hundreds then. So I'm sorry, like I don't.
Yeah, we could have learned from them, but we decided to be done.
Yeah.
That's why, as I'm saying, you know,
I just don't understand how he could even try to. I guess apologies or something, but. Wouldn't it be more
do now when you've been humiliated?
Like that?
You know, but see, that's the thing is people are not really raised that way now. It's like we live in such a time of narcissism that people just really think everything they say, everything they do is so incredibly important and valuable that they don't measure themselves in any way now. You know, it's incredible narcissism.
There are people who like Negan, so need I say more?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just huge amounts of people.
It was people that liked him in season 6, so need I say more?
Yeah.
Exactly. Wait, are y'all talking about Jeffrey Dean Morgan's comments?
Oh no! What did he say?
No, not I'm just talking about in general.
Specifically, yeah.
Y'all didn't see those? Oh, no. I thought y'all were talking about.
What did he say?
He just got in. I want to say an argument, but he was like in replying to people who basically didn't like his character because, you know, he's like very big on, you know, trying to force everybody to love Negan and stuff like that. And he was defending Negan and like basically like not admitting that like his character is a villain. That, like that's who he was. That's who he is, you know, trying to make excuses for him and then saying that and somebody called his character a rapist or something like that. And he's like, no, he wasn't. And he was going on and on about it. You got to check his stuff and trying to convince otherwise, like basically that he's not a bad guy. And it's just like, dude, like,
what does he know he's not Negan?
I don't get
it's not him.
I don't get people who can't just admit the characters they play. Like, it's not bad. It's fictional. Why can't you just admit you signed up to play a villain? Why are you acting like he's not? Why are you trying to?
But in a way, that's fine. Like, that's why I've gotten to the point where I don't argue with people because if you're dumb or let's say you're stupid, okay, that's you, and that's because it.
I think the reason why is because we're just living in this time where, well, you can't really judge him. That's just his it's, you know, it's his truth. It's, you know, everybody's just like that now. It's like, well, you know, that's his truth. That's who he is. You can't really judge it. You can't say it's good. You can't say it's bad. It's who he is. It's like part of the line. It's part of the line.
That cares so much about what people think is character. Like he tries to people will say an opinion about like simply not liking Negan, and he'll always like find a way to kind of tell them that their opinion is wrong, which is important. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you're playing the like. Did you really expect that everybody's gonna love you? Yes, some people do love villains, but like, why are you shocked that some people are not keen to him? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
That's should have been a given. Yeah, you killed Lynn.
First of all, just don't say anything. You're a villain or anti-hero, however you want to dice it. Move on. Just shh.
It's like, all right, Alexandria Breckenridge. It's not.
Oh God.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Bad memory.
Yeah. It's annoying because like he's a celebrity, so when he says those things and defends characters like that, and like that just encourages more of his fans and his fans like, oh yeah, he doesn't do it. He's not doing anything.
Oh, there's
you know, and it's just annoying. It's like, oh God, you just gaslighting their head up right now.
Exactly.
It's just
Which is I choose. This is why I choose not to entertain it. Like as soon as you tell me what he said, like, oh, okay, move on.
That's why I like.
I mean,
This is kind of random, but like kind of a comparison. I don't know if you know the show You, but the actor who plays like the character is a psychopath.
I was just thinking about that when you said this.
Yeah. Like the character.
What do you do?
The main character is a psychopath, like the main character. He's like,
I've seen it. What happened?
One of them or whatever. But the actor himself, he never apologized for the character, try to sympathize with the character. You know, he's straight up like, yeah, my character's a dickhead. Like he's a psycho. He doesn't deserve any, like sympathy from people. He doesn't deserve any justifications. You know, he is what he is. He's a bad person. And I'm like, I respect that so much. Like, because just because you're playing a character, a bad character, you don't need to change the narrative of who they are.
And also, the other thing that he does that I really like is he acknowledges that the reason people like him so much is because he's an attractive white guy.
Yes,
like there's no way people would give latitude to anybody else.
There you go.
So yeah, I really like him.
Ted Bundy, exactly. Thank you.
What's the name of the character or the show?
It's really good. It's really good.
It's on Netflix. You can definitely watch it.
Oh, okay.
But the only thing I would add to what you guys are saying about Jeffrey Dean is they knew going into introducing his character that he was popular and that they had to spin the narrative because Gimple and whomever else was talking about him kept saying, well, in his eyes, he's the hero. So they've always tried to, spin it like that. It's just
like we follow his story
about it anymore. Like I'm like, okay, we know he thinks he's saving people. I get it, but okay, he's not.
I mean, that's fine if Negan believes that, but as an actor, you should have a grasp on reality.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually said like if he wants to believe it, obviously there's a lot of bad people who think they're good. I get that. And our side was never like completely innocent. Obviously, they've done things as well. But like they were saying, like if we followed his journey from the beginning and stuff, it was reversed that we would be on his side. No, because I don't remember our side bashing in people's heads and feeling entitled as a having
and bullying people. Yeah,
and like tracking people down if they leave, please.
Right, he had a whole God complex. He enslaved communities and people. When did our people ever do that? Like I would not be on his side.
We tried to make Carol leave and she came back. Exactly, we don't do that.
Yeah, but like I was so like the thing is, this is why I hate the redemption arc so bad because like it's literally they're making him so light and love, and I hate that. I hate that people are loving him. It irks my soul. Like
but you have to think about it like this, Des. They don't really have anyone else to love because it's only Daryl and him.
But they can't even afford Negan's death right now because
they can love Mr. Nubby, but he only gets a couple of lines an episode, if that. So it's only Negan and Daryl.
They could have afforded his death in season 8 finale. He definitely could have died in season 8 finale. It would have been done deal. It would have been okay. At that point we still had Maggie and and Michonne and stuff like that. We still had people. But now with his only being Daryl and Carol as the last OGs, they can't afford his death. For sure.
Well, sucks for them.
That's their problem now.
As long as Rick never has to see him again, I'm cool.
So I don't know. It's just like you said. I didn't think I was gonna feel that way the way I feel now. I can see myself walking away where whenever Ash and Vicky would say it, I would always say, I think I'll finish, but I am definitely seeing myself like I probably will finish it only if if I stop being an essential employee, then I probably can finish the season. But if I maintain my essentialness, then I'm not worried about the last 2 episodes.
Kind of time to,
especially if I can find something else to watch.
To call it. And
what'd you say, Vicky? I
was just saying, yeah, it's just getting to the point where it's just time to call it. And the people we like, that's one thing I have wondered is how often I'm assuming we'll see Judith a decent amount. I don't think we'll probably see RJ very much though.
No.
But I'm wondering how much of the kids.
I would be shocked if we did, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but I felt like we saw him more when Michonne was like gone.
True.
Or maybe that's just my imagination. But I felt like he was like in so many scenes when Michonne wasn't around.
Okay, this is one thing I want to see.
Yeah,
I take it back. I want to see a scene where RJ is disobeying Judith because I want her to get some of what she gave out. I want to see that.
She's not his mama though.
Oh my God.
right. I was gonna say she's not in charge.
That little girl
But she
is
may be
so
because
much
Daryl is the
wrong.
babysitter, so she may be in charge, and then I want him to disobey whatever she tells him to do.
Oh, hearing RJ call Michonne mama was just like, oh my,
Yeah.
that was so sweet.
Tender. Yeah.
And how
Still trying to get used to Judith.
Judith baby girl, and I love that side of her.
Yeah.
I want to love her. I like her a lot. I want to love her, but I'm not there yet.
Where's Nora?
I know. I was thinking that too.
We running out. We
She's
running
got
out of
another job.
POVs. Come on, where can we find Nora? Where she at?
Who's Nora?
The black girl that was at Alexandria.
I don't know.
Yes, I definitely remember her.
I forgot all about her. Honestly,
I thought about that the other day.
she's kind of like
I was deep diving. I'm saying we running out of POVs over here. Come on.
She's
Especially if
not
you guys
somewhere.
think it's Rosita that's going to be gone.
Well, sure.
That's it again.
I think they're gonna keep Mr. Nubby just because he reminds me and probably them of what Rick looks like in the comic book. So he may last a long time.
I love Aaron, so they better not kill him.
Yeah.
I think his contract is probably coming up though. Oh, that's the other thing. Because Rosita and Eugene started season 4, so their contracts would be ending this year. Right?
Who?
Yeah.
Rosita and Eugene.
Really? What?
So it might be Rosita.
That's what I'm talking about. An insider. What else you know, chick? What else?
Girl, I'm not an insider. I can count.
Yeah, it was the last. It was that right after. It was the second half, right? It's 4B.
Yeah.
Showed up.
410.
14. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it might be Rosita leaving if she didn't want to renew.
Yeah. Okay, keep Mr. Nubby then. That's fine. And did
But
you
then
guys
he's coming up next year.
No, don't mess it up.
I mean, he might want to stay. I don't know.
But hold on. Did you guys say that something is going on with Jerry Bear? Did you guys say that? Oh, he's leaving, right? To go on a journey with Eugene. That's what you said.
He's going to see Stephanie.
I'm asking because they said something about a goodbye. So do we think King Ezekiel
When was this?
or Jerry Bear?
This is in episode 12.
I don't know.
No, this is episode 14 coming up. It hasn't come on yet.
Oh, but I mean, how do y'all know?
Jerry, they have an emotional goodbye. Jerry kind of cried and hugged them and stuff because he was going away. And yeah, Ezekiel goes with Eugene and Yumiko to meet Stephanie.
Oh. Okay.
I didn't the goodbye.
You know
goodbye
what?
gave me bad feeling because it was so emotional and like the hug was just like.
That could be cool though.
Each other again.
That could be cool though because if what I think you said was King Ezekiel has a long tender goodbye with Jerry Bear because he's leaving with Eugene. That's what you said, right?
I'm sorry, say that.
You said that King Ezekiel had a long tender goodbye with Jerry Bear because King Ezekiel was leaving with Eugene, right?
Yeah.
That may be cool because if they meet this princess character, she was an over the top character just like King Ezekiel. So we get to have, them two meet on the road. That could be interesting. Dialogue wise.
I heard that people said I didn't know what kind of character she was in comics, but people always described her as kind of like weird, like in like a big personality.
Like she has a big personality, and I remember her being like maybe mentally unbalanced. But
Oh, what?
And we're like, oh, that's interesting if they are liking that.
I mean, I thought she had a sword and we had fur on in Pittsburgh. And it was hot. I want to say it was some strange stuff going on with. That's what I thought I heard. But anyway, that could be interesting then. But if you said it was tearful and tender, then yes, maybe they don't meet. Ooh, okay.
And where does Maggie come back? Like, what's happened with that?
Maggie could be in that finale.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, is it really going to take that long?
Yeah.
She finally comes back. Everybody gets to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Oh man, I forgot about Maggie, but yeah, she has to see Negan free.
Oh Lord.
No, hold on. Maybe he's not free. Isn't there a scene where he's back in the cage again? Something's gonna. I think I saw him back, or maybe that's just them. Daryl not knowing that Carol had a little double agent stuff going on. Okay, maybe that's what it is. Don't disregard.
I wonder if he's gonna find out about that. Because he's already mad at Carol.
Exactly. I think he is.
And where's Connie? Is she in this episode?
Exactly. I think I told you. I think Connie is in the Commonwealth, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna find Connie until next season. Which I wonder with all the changes, are they gonna still try to honor their original fall schedule? Because usually we start in October. I wonder. But probably not at this point if everything is set back.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Because, they usually start shooting in like a month or two.
Right.
And a half. Yikes.
Yeah, they do because they usually have something for Comic-Con and stuff. So, yeah. Everything may be affected.
Seems like it.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe they'll shorten next season.
Okay. And no bottle episodes and no fever dreams. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Lord.
Appreciate. Thank you.
Well.
That's
Des, I don't think we asked you, did you cry? Were you okay with the episode? Des, are you there? Okay. It is what it is.
She doesn't want to talk about it.
So your recommendation, Ashley, was if I want to rewatch, which I don't, maybe I will if I, like I said, if I find myself trapped in my home for a long time, I stop at season 6. I stop at the kids' basically. No, I stopped. I stopped literally when Jesus knocks on the door or walks into the room. That's it.
Well, I like season 6. Like, I wouldn't watch Glendy again, but
I gotta see the apple scene. The apple. Oh
yeah. You gotta watch season 7. Well, just watch the Richonne stuff from season 7.
Do we already have a movie with that just has Richonne stuff together?
The Richonne.
There is. Yeah.
Is it still by Grime Girl, or is it someone else who put it together?
That I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like they have to take it down and kind of move it around occasionally just because of copyright or something like that. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but
right.
They kind of got to keep it on the down low a little bit.
Right.
But it's been a godsend over the years. It's been really cool to have.
I promise I'm gonna look for it before this week is out. It's happening.
I've actually never watched it. I feel weird saying that, but
yeah, it's
but you said you rewatched you watched everything, so you got it. You just didn't get it.
I definitely am not missing any scenes. I just don't. I've never watched them like all in succession or anything, which I need to do. But I've been rewatching the show, and I don't know. It makes me sad.
Yeah, me too. Because it was such a huge part. It was such a huge part of my life for so long, and even if things are sucking now, it's still hard to push by.
Yeah,
Right.
it's like looking back at a relationship that was really good.
Yeah.
Right.
But
So don't watch it and sip wine because you may get a little sad, more sad.
yeah, I'm watching it very slowly. I go home this week, so I'll probably be watching it a little bit more soon. But yeah.
Did you guys like Andy singing to Deny?
Oh my God.
I
Why?
can't make myself watch it. Like I know I'm gonna like it, so I'm like I can't do this right
You
now.
didn't watch it?
I haven't. No.
It's funny. You should watch it. It's not like sentimental. Well, it is sentimental, but it'll make you laugh
Yeah,
and
I'm like
maybe cry a little bit.
okay. Because I think when he sang the call, it did make me sad. I was like, I'm not doing it today.
Oh,
Wait, watch what?
Andy singing to Deny.
Andy singing to Deny.
His good.
Oh, I did watch it. Oh my God, that was cute.
Yeah. I did
Oh,
cheer
so
up.
it's not sad. It's more funny. Then I maybe can do it then. 'Cause I'm like I can't do that to myself.
I did
can't.
cheer up reading Denai's letter. That was
I haven't read it yet, but I need to.
It's so heartfelt and it's so beautifully put together.
Yeah.
And I think didn't Daryl give her a going away part? I saw some pictures. I thought that was real nice. Her send off.
He set up fireworks.
Yeah, that was the last one set.
Oh.
Well,
I think he was all bad, so fireworks were appropriate.
Yeah. But she took that character and just
she made it shine.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was kind of interesting that I'm trying to think, where did I see that? I guess it was on Talking Dead then, where they showed a clip of Daryl or Norman, and he was, he basically pointed out, or no, maybe it was Talking Dead, but I think it was maybe like last week, not this week. And he was saying, how valuable he thought Denai was, how when they had a scene together, even if it was just a few lines, she came with like 7 pages of notes. He kind of went through how, like, I love her as an actor. I love her as a woman. I just thought that was so beautiful the way he said that.
Right. Right.
I've never thought anything Norman said was beautiful.
Hater, you're a hater.
I mean, I'm just kidding.
You know what would have been sweet if Glenn would have been there. I think that would have been super nice.
He was like one of the only cast members who didn't really make a video.
They even got Lori Holden to show up. I was like, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know why you're not talking,
but Steven didn't. That was But she only put up a sign once.
I think he just had a new baby, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Priorities. Okay.
I don't know when the baby was
Lori
born.
had a new baby?
No, Steven and his wife. Yeah, I don't know why she was not talking. That was weird.
She put I think because she's still mad.
She's still mad.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but she didn't want to talk because she knew that was gonna come up.
How did they tell her? We gotta give you the thing, but you can't talk, ma'am.
I wonder what she thought about them having Andrea back in there and then having her get 8.
Maybe that's why she held up the sign. She's like, I hate you all.
You guys ever think if she did things would have been different in that term?
What happened?
I say, you guys ever think that if she did stay on and she never got killed off, things would be different in that term?
Oh God, no.
I personally don't think it would have affected Richonne in that sense because Nicole became the showrunner in season 4, and before he said that in season 3 that's something he wanted was for them to end up together. So I think he would have made that come true regardless.
Yeah, my issue is if he hadn't been the showrunner, what would happen? Because
right.
Yeah,
I feel like if he had still become,
you gotta take the good with the bad. You gotta take the good with the bad.
That's why I have let him skate all these years on some really awful things. Because I think any other showrunner would not have done that.
No.
Because he recognized instantly the chemistry. like so many of us had, and that's why it happened. Anybody else would have pushed Andrea and Rick, and I would have quit the show probably in season 4
for sure. And then, honestly, it
if
would have been
Andrew
based
was alive,
on.
they probably would have diluted all of the Shiro moments for Carol. So would have changed the dynamic of the show
based on
a bit enough for it to be different.
That would have been based on comic reference completely. When really you should, when shows you need to go by chemistry, because like then you ain't got nothing to back it up. No, what's development? I mean, even when Andrea was on the show, there was no development between her and Rick at all.
Like no development, no chemistry,
nothing. They didn't even create the bond with her and freaking Carl. Like they didn't even put no effort in. So
you could tell that that's where Frank Darabont was heading, because he had them talking like the first episode or whatever. But yeah, that went away very quickly.
It just wasn't. It just wasn't connecting like it was. They planned on it to do.
Not at all. She should have seen that coming.
Yes,
this is what I mean. Y'all don't be reading the writing on the wall, and they get mad because you got killed off, girl.
But it's been so many years. Like, come on now.
Right. It's like, why? Are you that mad that?
Yes, because you haven't seen anything else, have you? I haven't. What else has she been doing?
She was on The Americans.
The only actor I'm allowing to stay mad forever for how they got, killed off is Chandler. Because that was just so messy.
Yeah.
But anybody else, you gotta.
Yeah, and I still don't even understand why they did it. Like,
who we talking about?
Who did it?
Chandler.
Oh yeah.
I don't get it.
Unforgivable.
I don't think they got it. I don't think they even know.
It was Gimble. He made that decision.
I'm just throwing this out there, and it's very random. So I know you get ready to laugh at me, but maybe they thought hold on. Maybe they thought if they killed Chandler, it would force Rick to stay longer. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. It's just a theory.
You might be right. I don't know.
I personally think they didn't think they didn't want to. They knew Rick was already leaving by then, and they didn't think that Chandler could pass on the mantle of Carl and stuff. But I feel like he didn't have to be a leader. Like, he could still have been alive. He could have been part of the community. He could have been doing something.
Yeah, he could have taken Alden's role.
He didn't have to lead everything. He could have been co-leading with Michonne and Daryl and stuff like that. I just feel like there was so much stuff that I would have wanted to see Carl in, especially after the 6-year time jump. And it was just a missed opportunity for sure.
Yeah. I had heard that they had known that he was about to be 18 and he was going to get this adult contract, and they were like, we're just going to we're going to end that now.
The real reason.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Overall, it was just a bad decision. The worst decision.
And he went out really gracious. I mean, as an actor, he went out super gracious, because I think he got a raw deal on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they left us with Sadiq, so it's like, I don't know about this.
I know. Never could warm up to Sadiq. Never could. Just never could.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, hold on.
He was all right, but I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't care about him as a character, but he was gorgeous.
He was very pretty.
Right.
Yeah.
You buy a poster and you move on. But I'm just saying.
I'm so mad Gage lasted longer than Sadiq, bro.
Yeah, season 8 was just a wash. Let's pretend it didn't exist.
So what your suggestion is, back to what my question was actually, I stopped at season 7.
Sorry.
I stopped at season 7.
You can go through season 7. Well, let me see. There's some episodes in there you could probably skip. Definitely the one with you doing that, the sanctuary. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, that was crazy.
And
if I gotta go back, I have to watch Tara again, though.
Oh Lord,
I'll have to wait. Okay,
I forgot about that. That's true. I just got to the episode where she appeared and I stopped it. It's like, I can't do it.
You don't want to see the fifth one? You don't want to see that?
I do not. Absolutely not. I'm gonna skip to the episode claimed.
I'll tell you what I want to see that I know I don't want to see all of it, but I do want to see maybe watch it through when the governor wants Michonne and Rick doesn't give him to her. Like I may want to see that. I don't want to see the fight though, because that was a lot. But
What fight?
With Michonne and the governor.
Oh.
I don't really want to see that, but I do like when he was trying to get her, and then Rick wasn't able to do it. So I remember that with fun.
Yeah, season 3 isn't bad. Season 4 is my favorite besides Tara. Oh, show.
Okay.
So we about wrapping it up, or is there anything else you guys want to talk about?
Yeah. It's so hard to say goodbye to me, Michonne.
That was lovely. Appreciate it. But you know what? It's not goodbye for Michonne. It's just
right. A 2-year wait, a 2-year pause.
I'm trying to look on the bright side.
To have something to look forward to and not have to watch The Walking Dead. So
there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be good. When it happens, whatever it happens, it'll be good. I hope.
Right.
It'll be good because they're there and they will see each other.
Yeah.
And it will be good.
I mean, maybe, probably. It's gonna be a mess. Like Sky Gimfel's already talking in circles, and I'm just like, oh my god.
You know, one thing I know.
Is there a time when he doesn't talk in circles?
It's true.
Well, no, but I just didn't have to hear him for the past 2 years.
Right.
When some of his tweets are so weird. I don't know if I know he's kind of socially awkward, and
right.
I think he tried too hard to be funny. He's just like, it's Denai's last episode, and he's like, we've got a great show full of mayhem and wonder, and also it's gonna be great. And Denai's leaving. I'm like, good job, dude. Let somebody else run your Twitter because you're weird. You say weird stuff.
He just needs to stick to pre-recorded speeches and sending in pre-recorded speeches, and don't try to do live appearances because whatever, sir.
I know. I was just
used to write more episodes like Clear.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Clear is a masterpiece.
It is.
Yeah. He gave us Michonne. He gave us Richonne. So
he gave
us Richonne, and he gave us, to me, Michonne. He gave her a personality that like mattered. I don't know what that other guy was doing. Like he gave Michonne an arc.
Yeah,
and I do appreciate that, despite all the other nonsense.
Oh, I guess you know what? I'm reading a tweet now. Maybe it's not that bad. He goes, things are weird, scary, and seeing peeps come together while staying apart is wonderful. Tonight we have a weird, scary.
Change the trash in the kitchen and in the bathroom and put it right there. So I might leave in like 10 minutes. And you're gonna have to end up putting food away.
A system on the down over here. He did give us Richonne, so that's something, but
yeah.
I mean, that's everything.
He gave us a lot of that other nonsense.
He gave us the junkyard people too, and
yes, Jadis and the junk folks. Yes,
I don't know how I can move past that.
Oh gosh, I hated those people.
Andy with the those people in that soft light.
He did do that.
So, nah. He gets a nah.
All right.
Well, keep us posted. Anything else going on in the Richonne world? But like, I still have a few. I'm on that Facebook thing, so I guess I'll see stuff from time to time if there's any updates. But it's slow moving for obvious reasons at this point.
Yeah. But I'm thinking, when we get the movie news, when anything comes up, we'll probably. I mean, I don't know if you guys are just out. I'm willing to still do the chat the rest of the season and for funsies. I don't know. Whenever there's news, whenever the movies come out, we can all. It'd be really cool to come on and talk about them. Although we probably have to be talking about spoilers because not everybody's going to see it at the same time. But
right.
It's not spoiler free. Forget it.
Right.
We'll see it opening day. You don't get to. No,
I'll do it if you do it, Vicky. I don't mind. I don't mind talking about it. I just said I thought I was trying to get my mind in that place where I was okay with letting it go, and I felt like, okay, I sort of can do it if I had to. I don't have to, but if I have to, I can do it. I can walk away.
Yeah. It's just hard. It's been such a huge part of our lives for so long. Even when we didn't like it, it was still a big thing. So
there are some people that literally hate watch shows. So I could be one of those people.
You can be one of those
people. Those people are weird.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I can't waste my life on something I hate.
Right. It gives us something to do, obviously, because I'm like, why would you watch a show you don't like? But okay.
Like a toxic
relationship. To be fair, I did hate watch Scandal at the end just because I wanted to support Kerry Washington.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was literally the only reason.
You wasn't with outfits?
They had about 2 or 3 good seasons, and then I was like, what is this?
What is this trash?
You know what I would have done for a Rick and Michonne sex scene like we had on Scandal?
Oh my gosh, that scene was so hot.
Yeah,
oh
but they were also a terrible couple. So I'm really glad that we got a healthy couple instead.
You know what? That's true.
I agree with that.
I agree.
That was crazy hot scenes, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
ABC put some money on the candles. That's all I'm saying. They put some money on the candles.
One of the things for Rick and Michonne for me, because I've always liked the trope of friends to lovers.
Me too.
Friends to lovers, where it still was natural. It didn't seem right. Because a lot of times they get together and then it gets weird. It didn't get weird. It was still amazing. And they
got better, yeah. And I think maybe because part of it was we got them in small doses, so we could cherish every moment they got together, and it was always
terribly
good.
Small doses, yeah.
But you can see a healthy relationship and develop and family, and and I am looking forward to get back together. I'm hoping that he doesn't give him back his boots, but those need to go. They can have a little
no. The boot had a hole in the
walk. Those boots have had holes. He's been wearing those since season 1, hasn't he?
Yeah. They had to be resold like 10 times.
And I can't believe she put it in her face. I was like, Michonne, come on now. Don't do that.
That was so unnecessary. Like, why are you trying to make me throw up?
What was unnecessary?
Her smelling those boots.
That was actually weird. That was a little weird. I'm like, oh my god, they gotta smell
the boot, okay? But I was like, maybe she recognized the smell. Like, okay, I guess.
That's the clue there. Basically, you know someone's smell, and if it's like, these look the same, but then when you smell them, it's like, oh, these are.
But after 6 years of nothing to hold on to, I mean, I guess you'll take whatever you can get.
Yeah.
It was still a little weird.
It's not. I don't find it weird at all. It's very realistic.
That was upsetting. He walks to Georgia, Virginia. Do you know what those things must smell like?
It's like Virgo putting his wife's shoe back on. I mean, it's weird, but
he has been running through the zombie apocalypse for 10 years.
And he had that rain scene. He had the boot.
Oh,
exactly. Oh god.
Hey guys, I got a real quick question. It's kind of off the topic and it's kind of upsetting. But with Virgil's family, so were they hung by somebody else? Did they hang themselves?
I think they hung themselves.
But it was the kids too, because didn't he say he had a 5-year-old?
Yeah.
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 I feel like there had to have been a better way to go out somehow.
Right.
I guess they were trapped in there with a bunch of zombies. They didn't know what else to do. And it's like people who don't seem to understand always end up killing themselves in a way that keeps them able to come back so they don't damage their brains.
Right. Yeah. Because I can only imagine if you know your fate is to be eaten alive. I mean,
yeah,
that's a little. So,
I know the time and effort it takes to make nooses for like so many people.
Exactly.
I know, it's like I don't know.
I like the fact that they didn't waste our time with seeing their faces. Like, we don't need to see that. Just come on, let's go.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be a kid for
Put
sure.
the shoe on, foot, and let's go.
And I guess the one touching thing was to actually see him like pick up that shoe and like put it on the foot. That was
let's go. Put the shoe on. Let's go. Come on.
That was sad.
I just didn't like him bringing Michonne over there under semi-false pretense because he acted like he knew it was something that then he said he didn't know.
Agreed.
But then he got her working, doing your job. It's like
it was a total manipulation. It was a total dishonest manipulation. And it wasn't about him being crazy that he did that. It was totally intentional.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Michonne got what she needed in the end.
Yeah.
So I forgive him.
She's free.
Yeah,
she's free.
And by extension, so are we.
Exactly.
Yep.
Freedom. I won't let you down.
All right, ladies, it has been an honor doing the chat.
Thanks for hosting. You guys have a great, safe, healthy life onward.
Well, we can still talk.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know. I feel like I need to say it. I'm sad because I actually loved all you guys, and it's been really fun. But I realize,
it's sad, and I'm, I don't know how long this was Kay's chat, baby K, 47.
Yeah, I started doing this in season 6. It's been a very long time.
It has, and she did an amazing job setting everything up. I just kind of took over because she just wasn't able to do it anymore, and
she had a low tolerance for the BS, and I can respect that.
She's a smart lady, and she got it done, but I don't think she even watches the show anymore either.
Yeah.
Well, now I just made myself more depressed. Damn. But it's been very enjoyable, and I hope that we can still occasionally get together and just chat. Movies or whatever.
Yeah.
So
I don't think any of us are leaving the internet unless Corona gets us. So.
Okay. Yeah.
No Rona.
I'm open.
Not welcome. No Rona.
I'm open.
All right, ladies. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Take care.
Good night, everybody. Stay healthy.
Be safe.
Yes, ma'am.
Yep, everybody.